Trap.
Welcome to the After Party Hangover. My name is Mangria Fueled, and this is the Tripod Sessions. And my video is messing up big time. Wanted you guys to see the new get up here. New get up.
Nice.
But now on to intros. 1/3 of this janky tripod. This young man was born and bred to rip and shred. Gefilte fish, the leader of Gaviti Adadat, and two-time decent champion, the host of the full pod. Haha, get it. He's the great Bretsky 99, and you're not. How's it going, Bretsky?
Yeah, gefilte fish sucks.
Nice.
Wow, what a great intro from the man himself, Mangria. Excited to be here. No hosting duties, haha, duty. No hosting duties this week. I'm excited to just get back. Watched all the wrestling, didn't take notes. I was happy. I was relaxing, just enjoying some wrestling. Can't wait to talk about it.
Alrighty. He's the BBC holding up this tripod, giving out pre-gaming tips to the drunks. He popped his full pod cherry this week. Booker T, hair like Whoopi, Caesar on the hunt for pussy. Ladies and gents, king of the streets, Julius _Caesar. What's going on, my man?
What's going on, man? Fresh off of work. Had some wings and some beer. You know, typically black. It's a Luda album, by the way. It's a good album. Go download that. Yeah, here to talk some fuck shit with the YouTube mofos, as we say.
Sounds good to me, gentlemen. We have a special guest. I can't believe she hasn't been on. And how many? This is the 63rd After Party Hangover, and this bitch hasn't been on?
Mm-hmm.
Linda's Bush has made her After Party Hangover debut.
All hail.
All hail. All hail.
And now it's time to fill this bitch up. Gentlemen, what are you partaking in beverage-wise this evening?
All right. Some water.
Water? Uh-oh. Caesar, you got a driving test in a couple minutes? What's going on here?
No, I just didn't grab any beer out the fridge.
Also,
I'm just too lazy to go get some. Oh, yeah, there we go.
Wait a minute.
Supporting my Mangria.
Wait, hold on. That label, that's the same. But
Get
that's
it?
your name. That's
Get
your
it?
name.
Get it?
Holy shit.
Finally clicked.
There we go. Mixing it up. It's going to be an interesting podcast, gentlemen.
And here I thought all these years your real name was Mangina Filled.
Could have swore it was.
That's my maiden name, Bretsky.
He is married. He is married.
That is true.
Well, gentlemen, did you listen to the Still Real After Party this week?
No.
No.
Yeah, I just haven't had time.
Oh, you know what? Okay. I got a story for you fellas.
Story time.
Last week, the great Bretsky hosted the Tripod Sessions. However, there is supposed to be a different intro to the episode. So I went on Cameo, and I looked for the cheapest fucking Cameo there was. So I found $7, this big titty bitch, and I was like, perfect. Usually the cheaper the price, the more dirty shit they'll sell. That's how I got the porn stars for Jake. So I sent her this paragraph to read.
Fucking $7.
And it said, responds in 10 hours. And this was on Thursday morning. I was like, oh, it's perfect. It's plenty of time. No problem. Friday goes by, nothing. Saturday goes by. I'm waiting. I'm like, oh, man, we're recording. Oh, maybe it'll be Saturday night like it usually does when I wake up. Nope. Time keeps going. Monday, I get an email. How was your Cameo from Brawlin Barnes? I think that's her name. And I messaged them. I never got it.
Yeah.
And 2 days later, what did you use? Did you use the site or the app? I was like, the site. Okay. What's your email? I give them my email. The next day, sorry, here's the link. And they sent me the Cameo, but it was just the audio. And it said I needed to purchase an extra player for this laptop to view it. And I was like, it was like 99 cents. I was like, fuck that shit. I ain't spending $8 on this bitch. But I mean, time had already passed anyway. It wasn't even worth it.
Anyway, yeah.
Gretzky had already done. I put the episode out. It wasn't worth it. So I emailed that audio file to my phone, and it played. And then just before we started recording, I sent that video to these two gentlemen. I was going to say the great Caesar. The great Gretzky 99 and Julius Caesar. Gentlemen, what were your... Oh, Mangria, insert video now.
I am Jess Brawlin Barnes, your plus-size knockout who loves to hit heavy. And I want to hit it heavy and say good luck, Gretzky, on hosting an after-party hangover trip pod session. We know you've never seen balloons this natural, this big. But you can do it, young man. Caesar and Mangry are back up. All hail the Queen Hillary and Brother Quarter. And don't be disrespectful. Because if you're disrespectful, well, this punch, because it's always brawling time, would be sure to catch a case for you.
Strap it.
Okay, fellas, what did you guys think of Brawlin Barnes and her $7 cameo?
That shit was least worth $7.36 with tax.
$7.36.
There was a number in my head, and $7.36 just happened to jump out. That was at least worth $7.36 plus tax.
Mangria just sends her an email. Here's an extra 36 cents.
It's your tax, bitch.
I should charge her ass a late fee for that shit.
You should at least get half of your money back. But that shit is pure garbage content.
That is the garbage content that this podcast caters to.
Yeah, that the rest of the idiots in the chats we're in would want to see. That is definitely content for those guys. Oh my god.
She said tripod wrong. She
Yeah.
said Mangria
Mangria
wrong.
wrong. She said
She got
Caesar
my-
wrong.
She ad-libbed the punch. I didn't
Yeah.
tell her to do that dumb shit.
Oh my god.
Bro, I got scared. I jumped back. I was like, oh my god, she's punching.
Oh my god. I thought a titty was gonna pop out at least twice.
I
No,
thought
I
so
wasn't- I
too.
wasn't-
I was waiting for put the phone. Like, have you ever seen the South Park? Like, have you ever seen the South Park with the big black strippers? Like, I'm gonna show
Yeah.
you my titties. I was waiting for that. And, the phone to go in there. I'm like, oh, please don't. Like,
I was like, oh my god, I can't handle it if it does.
So I wasn't even gonna fucking bother getting a cameo this week. I was like, fuck that. I get all stressed out, and it like 9 out of 10 times it works. This time it didn't. Brawlin Barnes kind of traumatized me now. So next time I'll save it for a good fucking
A good
cameo.
one.
yeah, she
Yeah.
traumatized you in being late. She traumatized Caesar and me in other ways.
Yeah, definitely. Or maybe you got to order these janks on a Monday, knowing that they're gonna be on some fuck shit, and that way you'll get it by a Friday or a Thursday.
I
Hey,
should
it's-
order her for
From
Andy.
the looks of
I
yeah.
know Andy would smash that.
From the looks of
Nice.
her, it seems like on her Thursday night when you ordered it, she was out getting hammered as a pregame for Friday, and she's
Yeah.
probably just out. She's probably just out until Monday when she made it again. So that's
Yeah.
what I'm at. Yeah.
Her version of getting hammered probably involves chicken wings, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
But,
Probably involves a fucking hammer.
Probably she's probably oozing in like grease.
Yeah. No, she probably just lubes up a hammer and shoves it up.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, I said it. I
Oh
went there.
God.
I went there.
Caesar might not have listened to this week's SRAP episode 130, Outlaw Dickfish, but Bretsky fast forwarded to his question.
Question.
Well,
You
let's
know
go
you heard
ahead.
it first.
So let's go ahead and go over some of the highlights. There was a lot of highlights. I actually had to take some out because I didn't want this to be the whole show. Zanka started off the episode. He's talking about how he stashes dildos in his glove compartment of his car.
Nice.
And I guess he was at a gas station once and he saw a cop car parked. So he tossed his plethora of dildos in a dumpster. And Jake was wondering who the fuck found that dumpster of dildos and what did they do with them. So my question to you gentlemen, Bretsky, what would you do if you had found the trash can full of dildos?
Well, if I found that trash can, it would obviously be in the gas station. And that if someone's throwing dildos out in a gas station, one of two possibilities exists. A, the person was like Zanka and just had them in their glove compartment.
Yeah.
B, there was some trucker driving with his wife who couldn't get off, so she used them and threw them out when they were done, and they'd probably be whittled down from all the acidity. And I'm guessing
God.
I'm guessing that these ones are nice and plump. So I, as a respectable member of society, would take them and put them in my glove department to keep the cycle going.
And then Bretsky's friend goes, Bretsky, why'd you do that? And Bretsky goes, it couldn't hoit.
Yeah, couldn't hold.
Cesar, what would you do if you came along a goddamn trash can full of dildos?
I'd Instagram it. It's going straight to the ground. But Bretsky, it could be C, a female trucker who uses the dildos while she's making those long trips because she just can't get any dick because she's a female trucker. So she whittles them down with acidity. But yeah, I would go straight to the gram like, yo, throw away fucking 10, 12 trash can full of dildos. Like, why do you need so many in your car? Like, bitch, what is you doing? And then it'd probably end up being on White People Wednesday.
I'm surprised Zenka didn't meme about that. You'd think that'd be the perfect thing for him.
For him to meme about.
A dumpster full of fucking dildos. Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna meme about that.
Yeah, it's like all those Facebook posts he sends sometimes of like this on this day on Facebook and like 9 years ago. If you expect them like that.
How does he not have video of himself throwing away all these dildos?
Oh yeah, you gotta have video. If you're throwing away dildos in a gas station dump.
Yeah, that's gotta be funny enough just to have.
Oh yeah.
They got onto some hot zombie talk. Speaking of hot zombies, Cesar, would you fuck a hot zombie? Maybe like a bitch with one titty fell off and she's like limping through the streets, but she's still kind of hot. Like she's got both butt cheeks, but one of her titties fell off and like half her face is decayed. But would you still tap that?
Nah, son. I can't.
No?
I can't do that.
You don't want rigor mortis?
What if you're banging it too hard? What if you're banging it too hard and then body parts fly off? Then your junk flies out and you skeet yourself in the face because the body done mushed apart because you're slamming that thing from the back so hard. No, I can't get down like that.
Bretsky, would you take a walk on the wild side?
Yes, and I'll tell you why. Because if you're going for it, if they're hot enough that you're actually saying, may as well fuck a zombie, then A, you're fucking something hot. B, you can easily brag that you fucked her brains out because she doesn't have any anymore. And C, knowing men, well, after you're finished, you're like, oh, give me a second. Like, you're going to get a water. You're kind of tired. Realistically, the zombie's going to eat you alive. So the last thing you did before you died was bang something hot.
That's true. Me personally, I would just do it for bragging rights. And I mean, it'll be a story. Tell your buddy.
Yeah, you can't have a story. It's like Bretsky said. You're going to turn into a zombie. Zombies don't tell story.
No, I fucked the one over there.
She didn't bite me, though. I just fucked her. See, if you fuck her, you don't turn into a zombie. If they bite you, you turn into a zombie.
Yeah, you think other zombies aren't coming around while you're tapping zombie ass? There's probably some zombie she ran away from, and that guy's going to bite your dick off.
There's a dickless zombie. There's a zombie filmographer. There's the cuck zombie in the closet.
Boom mic.
Zombie boom
There's
stick.
a boom mic.
Boom mic. Did his arms fall off because the boom mic's too heavy?
We just made a parody porn, gentlemen.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's already out there.
That's like the parody porn version of the Haunted House of Terrors match.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt that. Also, Zenka said he would be the slingshot Avenger, basically joining the Avengers as one of the useless ones, like Black Widow and Jeremy Renner. Who is he? Hawkeye.
Yeah,
Cesar,
Hawkeye.
if you were a useless Avenger, what would your power be? Or
I'd be the one who buys beer for the tower after they complete a mission.
Useless. He said useless, Cesar.
Well, I mean, I'm not going on the missions, but when there's the party, I'm that guy. He's like, God, his superpower is throwing a hell of a party. It makes me want to beat this mission so we can come back.
But what would your name be?
The world. What would my name be?
Yeah.
I have no idea. Yeah.
Come on, Cesar. You're the king of nicknames. You got to have a nickname for that.
I'll think of it.
Alcohol boy.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be something dumb.
The tailgater.
Yeah.
Bretsky, what would you?
I'd be blacked out. No, I would be blacked out.
Yeah.
I would be blacked out.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
That's
so
too cool of a superhero name for like one of those shitty ones.
Yeah, but see, I don't do anything else. But when they come back, they're like, God damn, blacked out's here. Now it's a party. We done saved something.
And I
Everybody
guarantee you,
live blacked out.
they'll be calling blacked out before they call Hawkeye.
Yeah, of course.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I'll send them a text. I'll be like, y'all guys winning? Oh shit, blacked out text you. We got to beat this bitch. We got
Hold
to
on a
save the
second.
planet.
Hold on a second, Thanos. We'll be right back. Take
Yeah,
five.
yeah.
Take 5.
Yeah, that's what Thanos comes for. He kills everybody. He goes, I'm not killing blacked out though. If I gotta erase half this planet, I'm not erasing blacked out.
Bretsky, what would your useless power be?
Well, I'd be the accountant naturally. And like I'd just be like that annoying piece of shit, like that'll be going like Superman flies around, like he destroys a building by accident, like, hey, that's gonna be a pretty big expense. Maybe ease up on the city destruction, okay? You know, we don't have a lot. I can do as much wiggle room as I can with the returns, but I don't want to be filling out forms all night, all right? Yeah, I'd
But
just
you
be
could
that
also
guy.
be a bad guy because you could be a chef because you cook the books.
Oh yeah.
So you could be on both sides. You do the taxes for the villains and the good guys.
I was gonna say,
they're like, why are you doing it for Thanos? Well, he's paying me. I don't know.
Yeah,
Let me tell
what are
you.
you talking about? That's the chef. I don't know that guy. That guy's great though. He's
I was
great.
gonna say, Bretsky, like it shows Superman taking down a building, and then it smash cuts to Bretsky in the corner. Our superhero insurance doesn't cover that, sir.
Yes,
We're
yeah.
gonna be in big trouble. We're gonna be in big trouble.
Bretsky's watching the news. He's watching the news at home, and he's just like, "Fuck, gotta go to work."
Yeah, he's like Superman and Thanos destroying the city. He cuts to me on the couch going,
Jesus Christ! I just heated this up, and now I gotta go to work. Give me the go box.
I got the little glasses on. I go,
That's when you go into superhero mode.
It shows
Put the little glasses on.
Bretsky stands up off the couch, runs into the bathroom to change. He has a suit on. He sits at his desk.
Yeah.
I call blacked out. I'm like, hey man, I gotta cancel something. Some fuck shit just happened.
No, you ain't canceling shit. Blacked out runs up the budget.
Well, our beer budget has gone through the roof ever since Blacked Out joined the Avengers.
Yeah, and Tony Stark's like, I'll invent something. I got this player. I see the black card.
Well, of course, my useless power would be to interview everybody after the war. It'd be the Hangover man. I would just be like, so, Batman, how was it fighting the Riddler for the 30th time? He'd be like, oh, this fuck shit again.
Don't forget to check out our interview. Don't forget to check out my interview with Sweet Nikki.
Sweet Nikki's on the phone. Sweet Nikki? By the
I got a
way,
question for you, Bats.
By the way, Sweet Nikki just surpassed my most viewed video on my entire YouTube page. She conquered my interview with the great Bretsky 99.
Damn it!
Surpassed.
You know what? Give me a second. I'm going on YouTube to just watch it over and over.
He just puts it on repeat.
Past the Christmas episode?
Yeah.
I mean, you'd have to scroll. You'd have to scroll forever, Bretsky.
Hey,
Mangria doesn't label.
Yeah, Mangria doesn't label.
You know what's weird? Setup on his YouTube page.
Hold on, let me call the accountant.
Nice.
Accountant.
Well, let's see here. So your deductible will cover the first playlist, but the second playlist will have to come out of pocket.
Sounds about right.
You know what's funny,
I didn't think that one
one
sentence would have this long of a funny ass segment, but I loved it.
Yeah.
It's funny too because after and I don't remember if this is a part that I cut out of the podcast because the faux pod, if you didn't know, if you haven't listened to it already, the audio got really fucked up on my end. So I had to literally for 4 hours go back and like cut out my shit, re-record my line because of course Cesar's was perfect, so I had to then go back in and re-edit. So I don't know if this got cut, but Cesar was talking about the Christmas episode a little bit. Yeah. And I was laughing about it, whatever, and I didn't think of it, but then I went on YouTube. The first recommendation was the Christmas episode. And I was like, holy shit, that's fucking weird.
That's weird. Your FBI guy was looking out.
Yeah. Like, hold on. He just said it. He's
saying Christmas episode Mangria? Put that up on his recommendation on YouTube.
Let's see here.
I know he's gonna click this YouTube button soon.
God, Bretsky, I felt so bad for you, dude. Like I was listening to it, I was like, man, if that happened to me, I'd just be devastated. I'd be like, Cesar, please, let's re-record.
I'm literally going to be switching to Zoom. I'm not I'm still gonna be on Anchor, but what I'm thinking of doing is I'm gonna test it out. I'm gonna like record on Zoom and then transfer the audio.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah, like what you do. So I thought the idea because of what you do, but I'm probably going to do that because for whatever reason Anchor's been so hit or miss for
Yeah.
me when it turns to, and like I don't blame him because it's a free service that does everything for free. So I'm like, well, if
Yeah.
there's
So,
gonna be if there's gonna be a fault, it's fine. It's one I can fix. But yeah, no, I was so excited after I got off the phone with Cesar. I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna knock editing out right now. I can get it up by like 11:30 tomorrow morning. I'm gonna make sure everything's fine. It should be fine. And I listened to the first bit, and it's me going,
Was Cesar? Did you hear that him breaking up, or did
no,
he
so
sound
I
perfect?
heard. No, for me, you just sounded like delayed, like when we have it on the tripod. Sometimes, like everything would just be delayed. So that's why there was some kind of pauses in between you asking a question and me answering it. So it'd be like you'd be talking fine, and then it'd be like, "So what did you like? Games did you like playing on NES?" And I'd be like, "Oh, all right, yeah." So then
You remember that time he sounded like a robot? He goes, "Brrr,
Yeah.
brrr,
So that's what was
brrr."
happening. You were sounding like a robot, but you could make out the words, so I could hear you.
Yeah.
And then, so I was just
I know-
answering the questions, but I was like,
There was,
I don't
like,
know how
one
much of a
time-
delay is on this.
There was like one time where like I think because like your router went out, so that was
Yeah.
like. But other than that, he was like you were answering everything I was saying. So in my mind, I'm like, well, at least it's somewhat legible, so it'll be
Yeah.
fine. Nope.
I've
But no, it
never
was-
heard Cesar more perfect than on that episode.
It was so good, right?
It was
so
crystal
good.
clear. Crystal
It would-
clear.
It would go from me go, wow, you know, Bretsky. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah. It would be like, huh, hey, huh, huh, and then Cesar would be like, yeah, motherfucker, you know we all fucked up.
There were some parts where I'm like, where like I would cut out, but it would be like a point where I'm like, you know what, fuck this. Like I don't feel like editing this part. I just left it in.
I did
But,
listen.
I had friends who listened, and I was hanging out with them Thursday, and they were like, "Yo, man," he's like, "I was at work, and I think that's when I posted it from the faux pod. I just screenshotted it. For some reason, it didn't tag me where I can, just add to your story. So I just screenshotted
It's been doing that
it.
to me a little bit. I think Instagram's
Yeah.
kind of bugging with that.
So I screenshot it and plugged it, and my friend was at work, and he said, "Oh man, it was funny because I was listening at like 1.5 because I was at work." So he's like, "It was hilarious," and then just to hear other people say "fuck shit," because he's like, "I say fuck shit because your dumb ass says fuck shit all the time." And I'm like, "Hey man, look, it's a good word. It's a good word." man."
That was a text I got
Cesar
from
has
Cesar.
influenced millions.
That was a text I got from him. I hadn't heard from him in a little bit. I said text, yo, my friend was just listening to this at the office. Can't believe other people use fuck shit.
You know what fascinated me about this interview is I knew Cesar had played video games before, but I didn't know the extent of how far it went back. Because we talked about his wrestling game history. I had no idea this shit went back to the Atari, went back to the SNES, and he's
bro.
to this day he's going for the PS5. I had no idea.
Yeah, dude, I used to fucking game heavy. I didn't really do online gaming because I just really didn't care.
Yeah.
So like if it was all just games. I was like, well, everybody's playing first person shooters. I kind of fell off of that. So I was like, I don't really care. So I don't need to play online for that. And if you're playing RPGs, you don't really need to play those online.
Yeah.
Action adventures, you don't need to play those online either. So I was deep into some crap. But no, online gaming's fun. I tried Destiny. That's what got me back into first person shooters. But I've never played like Call of Duty or anything like that or Madden.
I was
or
obsessed with
2K.
Call of Duty. I was obsessed with it till this most recent one. I stopped. I played like 10 years in a row that fucking Call of Duty. And this one I just gave up. I was like, I'm done. That's it.
It's interesting too because well, I mean, I learned a lot about Cesar. I'm sure you guys did too. But we recorded it, and there's a part I cut out where I asked. I know Cesar had mentioned a little bit, but I asked about like the Here Comes the Pain games, like and all that kind of thing. I found out after we recorded. I texted Cesar this. It just so happened I didn't know, and he didn't know. We recorded that on the anniversary of Here Comes the Pain.
It was like 25th anniversary of Here Comes the Pain or some shit.
And I'm
I
like,
was
oh
wow,
shit, all right.
that's crazy. I was like, yeah, we talked about it because I remember in that game, a friend of mine said both of his friends played as Brock Lesnar in a Hell in a Cell, and it took like 25 F5s for them to finish the match because he would always kick out because he's on the cover. And he's like, I saw F5 this dude off the Hell in a Cell, and he still kicked out.
Jesus.
How? I was like, just how? How?
Bretsky, did you re-record your lines in the bathroom?
No, I
There
recorded
was
all
a
over.
huge echo when you re-recorded them.
Well, yeah, because when I'm by myself in my room, when I'm recording by myself, there's always an echo. So but also like I would, because initially smart ass over here, I tried holding the phone like away,
Uh-huh.
so that it would sound more faded like it does, so it would be less less jarring of a transition from going like, yeah, so I'm the great Brett, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And
I
that kind of got
pictured-
an echo.
I pictured Bretsky in the corner of the bathroom, huddled up.
Oh, that's really cool, Cesar. That's really cool. What else did you think about that?
The door's cracked, so there's not that much of an echo, but there's still enough. It goes around.
Well, that's enough of your faux pod advertising on this. This
Free
is the
advertising,
Tripod
yes, free advertising.
Hangover.
Free advertising. Got over on him.
They
Never
eventually
give
got
a Jew time to advertise.
They eventually got into talking about retribution, of course, because you have to shit on retribution because it's easy and it's funny.
True.
They said that
True.
Ali is a nerdy hacker, and he says, "I'm gonna send you spam in your email." I thought that was pretty fucking funny. Of course, Zanka said that. It was hilarious. Then he got into a tangent about Zanka and his friend. I guess they were torturing one of his other friends. They went and stole all his fudgicles. They put them in their pockets, and they wrestled on their friend's white carpet so that when they were done wrestling, it looked like they shit all over the carpet. And then when they got home, Zanka's friend took a shit, and while his underwear were down, he barfed onto his underwear. So to remedy that situation, they went to Walmart, and his friend stole 5 pairs of underwear, went into the dressing room, put them all on, and they walked out of Walmart. Bretsky, have you done anything that insane, or is Zanka the king of the stories?
No, I've never stolen underwear from Walmart or any other fine establishment. I came very close to shitting my pants once, but that's like the wildest I can say. Like I went to we had a buddy of mine from high school. There's a pizza place kind of in the area, so we'd always walk in the summer from his house. It's about like an hour walk to the pizza place we'd eat, and then we'd go back. But my stomach wasn't sitting right, so I thought I had to shit. I'm like, oh, I can hold it until we get back to the house. And then I was running at the end of I made it with like 20 seconds to spare. But nothing like shitting and then barfing in the underwear, then going to Walmart and all that shit. Nothing that crazy for me.
What the fuck did he do about his shoes, by the way? He vomited on
that's
his
what I was thinking.
underwear,
Yeah,
but it
his
landed
shoes
on
and
his
socks.
pants, his socks, his shoes.
Shoes.
The socks are
Caesar,
the worst.
have you ever wrestled with your buddy and had fudgicles in your pockets and then went to the bathroom and vomited on your underwear and then went to Walmart and stole shit?
Nah. I've definitely shit. I definitely was coming home one night, got Taco Bell, and I had to shit really bad, which is usually after the Taco Bell, but this was before. And I literally had to pull over and turn off the lights in my car and run and like shit in this guy's yard. And I wiped my ass with the napkins.
Damn.
Because it was some loose. It was
That's Taco Bell for you,
It was
man.
liquid gold, man, and I'm talking about
Oh,
yeah, but I didn't
boy.
even eat the Taco Bell. That's the bad part. I was just I shit that bad. So like I shit off to the side of his yard, like wiped my ass with the napkins and just threw it.
Well,
And it got
many
the hard away.
That
Many-
dude walks down and goes, holy shit, was a Doberman in here?
Walking a Doberman out my yard like this.
many hangovers ago, I think when I first had Jake and Zenka on the episode at the same time, we were trading shit my pants stories, and I said a story where I almost shit my pants. But if we want to talk about legit shitting my pants, I used to be healthier, believe it or not. Like 3-4 years ago, I would go on 4-mile walks every morning. And every morning, it'd always be a race to come home to land on that toilet. Because when you start walking, stuff starts to moving and stuff starts to digesting. And when you can't make it, and I trusted my anus this once, and I was backstabbed by my anus. I was like, I got to fart. I can let a fart out. It's fine.
Man. Yeah,
It'll make some room. Maybe it'll
Never
make my
trust a
stomach a little
fart.
easier. Maybe So I let it out. Hershey squirted. I was like, oh no, I gotta get home. So I just did the weirdest looking walk you've ever seen in your life. 4 blocks away from my house. I was clenched butt cheeks. I look like a fucking a flamingo or something, like running to my house, like trying to get there.
Jesus Christ.
But good times.
Good times.
My LOL line of the episode. There was a line of the episode, but then there was a whole segment thanks to Cesar. It was the line actually was because of Bretsky. They were mentioning the LOL of last week's pod when I said that when Shotzi shits her underwear and she'd rub it on your face. Zanka didn't remember that. He went into a different joke. He said, "Oh, you could jerk off with her underwear and you can call it browning or sausage."
Yep.
That was hella fun. It was gross and funny. Fucking Zanka, man. He took his joke from last week and made it funnier and grosser.
Funny this week.
Just like that. And we got a new vocabulary word from Zanka of the week. It was goo geyser. He said his goo geyser went off when Chucky doll Alexa Bliss was on Raw, as I'm sure all of us were 6 to midnight during that segment. Zanka likes, talking about titties. Zanka likes the real shit. He doesn't like looking at fake titties. He says he likes them real looking egg droplet titties.
Egg droplet.
And at this point of the pod, Zanka was very noticeably tired, as per usual.
Yep.
You know when you get super tired, you just laugh at everything. Like that's how Zanka was getting about this time of the episode. And they gave their top 3 MILFs. Had they listened to the MILF currency episode of the Tripod Beer Runs, they would know ours already. However, we're all simpatico on Mickey James as our number 1 MILF on the list.
Mr. James.
The second on their list was Lacey Evans. And Zanka swooped in with the third pick. He picked Naomi. She's not a birth mom, she's a stepmom, but they're still giving her the hot points because she is hot. Does stepmom count?
Yes.
It counts.
No.
No.
Oh, to tired Zanka, it does.
It counts. She didn't birth anything.
My favorite thing about that bit was how Zanka was so tired that he called her Trinity.
Yeah.
But he forgot what her actual in-ring name was. And she goes, "Yeah, Trinity, you know that. You know, what's her actual
what's her actual name?
The MILF question.
What's her actual name?
The MILF question was brought to you by Sweet Nikki 8899.
99. No.
You're gonna enjoy this one, Cesar. If you do listen to the episode, Zanka does his mangina-filled voice again, but
nice.
this time it sounds like Ben Stein from Win Ben Stein's Money. They were trying to think of who it was. He said, "Not Bill Nye," and then Jake goes, "I don't know what the fuck you're talking about," but I knew what he was talking about. Ben Stein from Win Ben Stein's Money. You got to check it out.
Yeah.
Zanka will pick. Should I spoil this, Bretsky?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll listen to it.
Okay, Zanka picks Julius_Caesar as his running mate for president because he needs the black vote.
I think me and Zanka DM'd each other about this.
Oh, okay.
I think he posted a meme about something, and somebody posted a run for sheriff, or somebody posted something like run for sheriff. Either I sent it to him or he put it in his story. And I was like, I think I just wrote like, "Fuck yeah, this is what the people need." He's like, "Oh, you run with me so I get the black vote." And I was like, "I'll be your Huckleberry." I said that in the DM, and we laughed about it or something.
I'd mentioned. He had mentioned that because I told him in my question that 2 of the SRAP Army nominated Robert Roode for his running mate. It was Matthew J.H. and I think Bretsky.
It was me. Because, I mean, Gavidiada, Gavidiada.
Yeah. I just thought it was funny and coincidental that 2 people nominated him. But Zanka picks Caesar.
Why would you not?
Zanka Caesar 2020.
Plus, he's guaranteed himself that he won't get assassinated because nobody want to see me get in that house and have the hot seat.
Nobody messes with blackout. Nobody.
Yeah.
I'm painting that house black.
You just see red Solo cups on the White House lawn.
Yeah. Like, what the hell does
he wants to smoke.
Secret Service is like stand guard, and all of a sudden, like, just see a bunch of like ratchety chicks just start walking in, and whoa, wait, hey, who are you? And then you just hop in from the window. No, I'm at the bar when you guys weren't looking. Come on in.
Yeah.
Mad
No, you gotta fuck Secret Service first before you get to the Kang.
Mad
gotta work your way up to the ladder.
Mad props to the great Bretsky 99 for bringing back Zanka's Deaf Bob Lars. That was that was the funniest segment of the week. The LOL line was something different, but when Zanka read Brett's question, he said Jinkies, because that's how Brett starts all his fucking questions. Zanka said, he's so white. But yeah, Bretsky's question had to do with Deaf Bob Lars working at KFC. You got to listen to it, Cesar. I can't do it justice.
Oh no, I read the questions because when you guys write, it'll let me know.
Yeah.
So I read the questions and I laughed at the questions, and I remember like thinking, man, I can't wait to hear some of this dumb shit. And then I want to hear it just for like Cynics hashtags, my hashtags, Sticks hashtags.
He doesn't even know what happened, Bretsky. He doesn't know what happened.
Of course he
he has no idea.
When
That's part about it
Zanka,
is he doesn't even know what happened. Yeah.
when Cesar had Zanka read, when Cesar had Zanka be an AEW mark, he talked like Deaf Bob Lars. It was some of the funniest shit, dude. You have to listen to it. It was fucking
I love
hilarious.
also with my question with the Deaf Bob Lars stuff. I mean, obviously you listen to it, but when they both think I was just being blatantly racist, like going in, it's like, why does it have to be KFC? And then I mentioned Lars, like, oh, okay, I get it.
Oh yeah, that's why. Yeah. Jesus Christ! Have you guys seen Jake Hager's photos from his fight?
Yeah.
He got fucked up.
Hey, Cesar, stay off your phone. You're supposed to be paying attention. Come on, man. Come on.
No,
man.
he's our
I've got a
Zanka.
podcast I'm gonna listen to.
He's Zanka's running me. He's inheriting Zanka's
Yeah,
traits.
man. Me and the sheriff got to talk.
Squirrel. Well, to breathe life back into Cesar here, I'm going to start out. We're going to just do highlights because I really want to hear what Cesar has to say. So we'll get my highlights out of the way. We'll get Bretsky's highlights out of the way. Cesar will bring us home. So, Bretsky, the great Bretsky 99, what was your highlight? It's fresh on your brain. It's fresh on your brain. The great Bretsky, what was your highlight from AEW Dynamite this week?
Well, before I go to the highlights, I got to read two of the nameplates. Hangman Adam Page's nameplate, emotionally unavailable.
Yeah.
And MJF's nameplate, showcase his all-state high school tenor skills at the Dinner Debonair.
You are correct, sir.
Which was pretty fun. AEW this week, it wasn't their worst. It wasn't their best. My highlight was probably the main event. I enjoyed the match. Kenny actually connected with his knees, unlike Sonny Kiss. So it helped a lot. You definitely see the dynamic shifting of Penta and Phoenix splitting. You definitely see Phoenix looking more like a good guy. I was worried that they were going to go throwing the towel route because Phoenix had the white towel, but they didn't. But yeah, it was a fun match, fun main event. Definitely the best match on the card, so it should have been the main event. We're getting what we all expected, but it's fine. We're getting the Hangman versus Kenny, so I got to go with the main event as my highlight.
Well, that was the main event, huh?
Yeah,
that
was
the
yeah.
main event. The
It's like 20
main
minutes left.
event.
I couldn't say my disrespect line. Damn you, Bretsky. Damn you.
They
disrespect was said plenty of times.
NXT. They said it a bunch of times, and I kept on.
They
saying,
said it. He said it also with Kenny.
Well,
Yeah.
Kenny had
Cesar,
the shirt and the title on. Yeah.
Cesar, what are you going to rant about so I don't step on it?
I'm going to send a picture to the chat. Hope
Okay.
you guys got your phones. You know what I'm going to rant about. What's
I know
the
you're
main
gonna
thing I always rant about?
I know.
with
Oh,
AEW?
yeah. Okay.
That's the main thing I rant
Okay,
about.
yeah, I don't even have to look at my phone. All right.
Yeah.
Let me.
The
Okay,
main thing
then
I rant
fine.
about.
I think my highlight of the week, it wasn't that great.
I mean, this
but-
wouldn't be a highlight if I'm ranting. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Jeez. Well, I'm gonna go with the town hall, I guess.
That's pretty good.
Town hall was pretty good. I got a lot of notes here, so strap in, fellas. The town hall with MJF. Inner Circle comes out. MJF does not have Wardlow. Now I know where Jake Atlas. Oh, now I know where Jake Atlas's bingo jacket went. Jericho came out with it. The crowd sings along, of course. Luchasaurus asked MJF, "How can you contribute financially to the inner circle. MJF pulls up a graph. I'm not going to go into the details. Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, with Reba.
From Britsburg.
From Britsburg,
Yeah.
that's right. Reba acting all giddy, saying, Jericho, you have a great smile.
Did you guys get that joke?
Huh?
Did you guys get that joke? That was because when they were doing the town halls with Trump and Biden, there was, and it was funny because like it happened at Trump's town hall. It was like one of the undecided voters, some lady, just went up and like when she got on the stage, Trump smiled at her, and she goes, "Oh, you have such a beautiful smile," like everything Reba was doing.
Oh, because I
like,
know they referenced that later.
Yeah,
but I didn't know that was from this.
And like Trump was like visibly like confused, kind of like Jericho was. He was like, "Oh, okay, thanks." Like, so that popped me. That was pretty funny. I know like it was like a subtle joke, but I wasn't sure if you guys noticed that or not.
And then Dr. Britt Baker says, "Quit being weird." Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, says MJF has a terrible track record with friendships. Jericho responds, "I'm not a dipshit like Cody." Peter Avalon gets up there. He goes, "Can I join the inner circle?" They all laugh at him. At one point, you see MJF pointing and laughing at him and shit. And then Eric Bischoff, or Eric B, approaches the podium. "What can you do for the inner circle?" MJF, "Friendship." "What can the inner circle do for you?" MJF, "I can learn how to be a team player." Jericho keeps interrupting Eric, and Tony tells Jericho to shut up. I thought that was the Trump reference thing. What if you two just end up killing each other? MJF doesn't answer that. He asks Jericho, "What haven't I done?" Jericho says, "You haven't beat me." Now we're going to get MJF versus Jericho at Full Gear. If MJF wins, he joins the inner circle. Ortiz and Sammy are pissed. So it'll be Ortiz and Sammy versus MJF and Wardlow next week. That was my highlight. Cesar, the floor is yours, my man.
So, of course, I look for the dumb shit now. I just want to go over some highlights. MJF called Sonny a drug dealer.
Sammy.
Yeah, sorry. MJF called Sammy.
Sells Adderall to middle schoolers.
Called him a drug dealer. JR was talking about somebody's weight. And he was like, "Bro," he said, "You're about 277, so damn near 280 in my book." Fucker with the mask. 277 and 280. No shit, JR. Of course, if he's 277, he's damn near 280.
It was Wardlow, I think. Yeah.
Wardlow, yeah. Town Hall was good. JR says when Cody was doing push-ups, Arn Anderson says, "Get serious, get serious." JR goes, "Orange yelling at Cody to get serious, yelling at him twice." I was like, Jesus Christ. Throw before it as Orange Cassidy popped me. But what irritates me the most about AEW is always. Go ahead,
I know.
Bretsky, young Bretsky.
Is it is it Cody?
Close. He's part of it because he's a VP. Right there, it's a goddamn ranking system.
Rankings.
Goddamn. I just want to read some rankings to you guys. There's a gentleman who's 20-0 this year. There's a gentleman who's 19-2-1. There's a gentleman that's 15-2. There's a gentleman that's 10-1, 9-1, 13-2, 8-2, 12-5. Everybody but one of those rankings has either gotten a title shot or is a champion. Guess which one isn't? If you even remembered them. Yeah, and guess what his record is?
14-2, right? Something like that?
15-2. 15-2. Now, I'm not saying he's the best guy in the world, but if you're supposed to be the alternate, you're supposed to be able to give guys opportunity. You're supposed to be like, the rankings matter. Why is he, one, not in the top 5? And Darby took his spot at 12-5. Why is Darby getting this title shot? You got a guy who's 15-2, and one of his losses was to Cody in that dumbass tournament that we knew Cody was going to win anyway. If you say rankings matter, and I haven't seen Darby wrestle really besides Ricky Starks within the past 2 months and then the Battle Royal, why is he getting a title shot when you got a guy who's 15-2, actually almost has the best record out of anybody up there except for MJF, who's only 9-1, even if you go percentage-wise? Why is he not getting an opportunity? I'm not saying he has to win, but he's the only guy out of all those top guys. Those are the top singles records. 2 of them are the champions, and the other 5 are up there, and he has the best overall percentage. He's not even getting a title shot. What's the fucking point? What's the point? You're literally doing shit WWE did, technically, because you have a great talent, there's a great mid-card talent, and then you're not using him. I haven't seen him on TV since everybody came back from Rona. But when they couldn't come, he was holding down the fucking company, and now you're not even giving him his just due. That's my opinion. That's what's really stupid about this. You can't say you're new and innovating, and then you take a guy like that and you do the same shit with the company he was just at. You're promoting these guys who are coming in that you're taking from other companies who haven't wrestled as many matches, who are good. I'm not saying they're not. But you're giving them all the opportunities when you have a steady workhorse who I believe if you want to build people and create yourself as something new, those guys should be getting the title shots, not just the big names that you think everybody wants to see. So that's why I say the rankings are always stupid. Because I don't know how a guy who's 15-2 gets replaced by a guy who's 12-5. And the guy who's 15-2 won Wednesday, and then the next day he won to 15-2. He gets replaced by a guy who didn't wrestle for the past 2 weeks, who's 12-5, just because that guy has a title shot at the upcoming pay-per-view. Stupidest fucking shit I ever heard. I don't even care how any mark could spin that. That's the stupidest shit I ever heard.
Anything from the AEW mark? The AEW mark, are you on?
Well, Mr. Caesar, Julius, if I may, the rankings clearly do matter, as MJF got his title shot and he was number 1 ranked, and Nyla Rose has been number 1 ranked for months, and she's getting her opportunity at full gear. So, counter that point, idiot.
Easy. MJF was undefeated when he got his title shot. So he deserved it, Mark. And all the women are injured. So, of course, Nyla Rose is going to be number 1. They're all injured. So they all didn't wrestle for like 3 months. Statlander's still gone. This guy should have been in the top rank. Brody Lee's had 2 title shots. And he's 8-2. 8-2. 15-2. You do the math. You tell me. What's more? Who has more wins?
I was actually homeschooled, so I never learned math.
Okay. But we ain't seen Brody Lee in 3 weeks, and he's still in the top 5. Well, while Sean Spears is wrestling every week, and he's out of the top 5 now. Makes no sense to me.
Well,
Yeah, and even like Sean Spears wrestling, like JR mentioned, is like, oh, it kind of flown under the radar because he's wrestling on fucking Dark. Like, if you're gonna have him wrestle on Dark and win every week, at least have it be like, you know, he wins like 3 weeks in a row on Dark. So it's like you put him on Dynamite. It's like, all right, listen, he's been really hot on Dark. Let's see what he has on Dynamite. You can have him win, and then he keeps on going. Like, if your main, like whatever, we say their audience is mainstream, whatever. If the mainstream audience does not regularly tune into Dark, then don't have important shit like this. Like when you mention it, don't have that be solely from Dark. It's the same thing like how they furthered the Will Hobbs feud on Dark. Don't show that to me on Dynamite. I'm interested because I was interested in the Will Hobbs feud and it was going away. It's like, oh well, this happened on Dark. It's like, well, okay, show it to me on the main show. It's on TV until Dark. Because they've always been rumors that Dark's going to be on network TV eventually. Until Dark is on TNT or one of their subsidiaries, you can't tell me it's as important as Dynamite. So don't tell me to expect to watch all that, especially when we're already watching Raw, SmackDown, NXT, Being the Elite, AEW Dynamite. You know, I don't have that kind of time to go then sit down and watch a bunch of indie guys I've never heard of. And Sean Spears. How are we supposed to know that Sean Spears and Scorpio Sky have a feud?
Brewing. Just because you mentioned it for 2 minutes.
Speaking of Sean Spears, they expected us to be impressed when JR goes, he's 14-2. It's like, what the fuck?
Who's he wrestling? And it said like on an 11-match win streak.
Yeah.
So he's hot. So he's been winning, but where? On Dark. Yeah, like you said, he's got a feud, but it's on Dark. So why do we care? I see him backstage, like, doing weird shit, hanging out with Tully, but we don't see him wrestle.
Put him with FDR. They're with Tully. Put them with FDR.
Yeah.
Like, why can't he hang around when they're around?
I knew Cesar was going to go into this, but I did make some notes about this match. When Orange Cassidy took off his jacket, He threw it at John Silver, and
John Silver?
got
Yeah.
I wrote
super
that down.
pissed. Started
He started
kicking the
kicking the
jacket. And shit.
Yeah. Then he threw
Um,
the shirt. He just threw the shirt over there.
yeah.
But no, that was when he threw it exactly at John Silver. I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be great content."
Even Orange Cassidy knows that John Silver's a fucking star.
Yeah.
After a delayed front suplex, Cody does push-ups. Arn is so pissed he almost pushed his life alert necklace. And we got to give the people what they want.
What they
On
want.
the outside of the ring. I appreciated that, Excalibur. But yeah, all right. Speedy round through AEW.
Could we just talk real quick? Actually, I just have like a couple things I want to point out real quick. The fact that what's his face? That's like Silver's a star. But the fact that I think Orange Cassidy's character has kind of gone to shit. Not to shit, but like the fact that like now at the beginning of this match went right into Super Trying Cassidy.
Yeah,
like why? Like if we were expected to believe like in the beginning when he and Pac had that feud,
yeah.
Pac was like, oh, this guy's just gonna like do stupid little kicks, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh shit, he can actually wrestle. But if that happens once, how are we supposed to think like, oh, every single other person who goes in the ring with him underestimates him? Like, no,
Yeah.
you saw what he did. Like, he actually can take it seriously. He beat Chris Jericho twice. So then, hey there, Jason, I think.
Yeah.
But like I think that like he's and again like he's a guy you either love or you hate. But I'm starting to like get less invested.
Drink that shit. That dumbass mask.
I'm starting to get less invested in his character because it's like every single feud is like, oh, well, this bigger opponent's underestimating Orange Cassidy. Oh, he's trying. Like, it's the same thing over and over, and it's really interesting because it seems like, and you wouldn't think it originally, but maybe he shouldn't be like unless they're doing like a heel turn down the line, something like that, because he can go. Like the character has such a short shelf life now that he actually tried once, because you can't keep doing that repeat shit. They have been, but you can't keep doing that. That's my first point. Second point, the lumberjack match was not really a lumberjack match. At least even in WWE. Again, if you want to compare it to WWE, at least when they would have the heels beat up the face, they would beat them up, then throw them back in the ring.
Back in the ring, yeah.
Like, there was nothing of that. It was just like Dustin was like, hey, Cody, you should get back in the ring, maybe. And it's like, all right. And they didn't even surround the ring. It was just like Dark Order and then like five
and the
dudes.
good guys. Yeah.
Yeah. So it looked very uneven. So then also we talk about Nyla Rose getting that title shot at Full Gear. It's just so stupid because I don't know can either of you tell me when did Nyla Rose say I will not compete until I get my title shot?
I didn't hear it. I didn't see it. Probably on Dark. Probably on Dark.
Have Nyla, because again, you have Vicky Guerrero with Nyla. Have her come out on Dynamite last week, this week, next week. Be like, listen, I'm tired. Have her do like what we're always doing, complaining about the ranks and like, listen, I've been number one for X amount of weeks, X amount of months apparently. X amount of months I've been number one ranked. All the other women around here are gone, are all injured. You're bringing in a bunch of nobodies. Have her play up the heel. Bring in a bunch of nobodies. Hikaru Shida, you want to fight? I've been training. I want to do this. I'm a new woman now. I want to fight. Then have Shida say what she says. But it makes sense, but it doesn't because they didn't build it. Like Full Gear has stuff that I'm really invested in, like Eddie Kingston versus Mox, Hangman versus Kenny, Bucks versus FTR. Oh, Bucks versus FTR is another thing. I know we want to keep it shorter, but like, there's so much weird stuff on AEW this week. But like, it's like half stuff we're invested in, those stories, and half stuff is just kind of thrown together, which is interesting. But then
Buck stipulation is the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
The Buck stipulation is the
They're
same
doing
exact
just like
thing
Cody.
that Cody did.
It's the same shit as Cody.
I literally wrote that. I wrote yawn. Another elite person is putting. I can't challenge for the title anymore.
I'm like, yeah, it was a great stipulation when Cody did it with Jericho because it made sense. Again, it makes sense with this feud as well. Like I'll give them that. It makes sense. But
they should have did this at like the third match, not the first match.
Exactly. Like had them feel it out, but like, listen, no, it's okay, Matt. We lost. Matt, we lost. Your ankle's fucked up. Then the last match do it, or be like, I thought they were gonna go something like, listen, if we lose, then the Young Bucks have to split up, or if we lose, we'll resign as EVPs or some bullshit like that. because you can't have it's too close in proximity to Cody, both of them being elite and within like a year. So that was another problem I had, but I'm still excited for the match. The build's been pretty good, but that's I thought I had to say that kind of shit before we moved on.
Quick question: Does it ruin the match? Does it ruin the match for you or not? Because they have to win.
What?
They have to win, so you know kind of the ending. You can't say the Bucks will never be AEW tag team champions.
What if they win by DQ? Like, what if FTR punches them in the nuts and like, oh, the Bucks win, they win by DQ, then that kind of makes the stipulation
that's what I'm thinking.
null and void.
Right, okay.
I'm thinking it's gonna be fuck shit certified, where like Tully does something, or maybe like the Bucks lose and the Bucks lose from like fuck shit, and they're like, oh, but hey, come on, no, we're EVPs, we can overrule this. You know, it was a fuck shit ending. I don't know, but. It's interesting, not in a good way, but it's interesting.
I have a tiny little note about that lumberjack match. The best friends were beating the shit out of Cody in front of Dustin.
Dustin, and he did nothing.
Right there, he did nothing.
He did nothing. Yeah, the best friends were more lumberjacks than him. Like when they grabbed Orange and put him back in the ring, and then they just dropped Cody. What? He was slippery. He was slippery. Like he fell. I'm sorry,
well, gentlemen, let us move on to the show of the motherfucking week.
Oh, shit, did you get that signed?
Yeah, it's Kane Hodder's signature right here.
Oh, that's awesome.
Nice.
I didn't even notice that.
I got it. He's signing autographs at Party City, and I had him sign this.
Party City?
And
you meet people in the randomest of places,
He
bro.
put his hand around my neck. He put his hand around my neck and a machete to my head, and my girlfriend at the time took a picture, but I don't have that fucking picture anymore. But it was cool.
He's gonna say like, oh yeah, all of a sudden I was just in my local deli, and who walks in? Diamond Dallas Page. Oh,
fucking, he had me in a cutter. He signed the book. I signed up for DDP yoga for free.
You know,
I get a free fucking roast beef sandwich for the month of DDP.
I got Bret Hart's autograph at a fucking car dealership, dude.
Nice.
He's at a car dealership, signed his WWE DVDs for me. He looked miserable though.
Yeah, I got Edge's autograph. I got Edge's autograph at a car dealership.
Happy birthday, Edge.
Is it birthday today?
I think it's his 47th birthday today.
Nice.
Oh, and hopefully he heals faster.
I thought of that though. He was 46, and he was having like potential matches of the year with Orton.
It's crazy.
He ages like fine wine.
Fine wine.
Fine wine.
Oh, you got this bitch started.
Oh my God, Mangria, did you pop? I gotta know, what'd you think when I had the fine Cameron Grimes slogan on the slogan matching game, baby?
That was fucking hilarious. You know, Cesar, I feel for you. When you're put on the spot like that, your brain just goes fucking blank. Like, I couldn't think of anything he was saying. And I think one of them I knew of yours. I was shouting at the fucking phone. I forgot which one it was. Might have been the last one.
This motherfucker, Mangria, you set yourself up for failure. Because if you remember, every week Mangria would text me before he got on. And say, man, I'm shouting on my fucking phone. These guys don't know what the slogans are. And then I mentioned it, and he choked.
He choked?
Choked.
My God, it was difficult.
Well, no, I just don't watch commercials anymore. Like I told him, like I know all the old shit. Like he said the Pepsi one. And I was like, yeah, if you just sang that dumb Pepsi song, I would have got it. I didn't know it's like the new thing for a generation or some shit. I was like,
yeah.
I knew it was coffee with Romance the Bean. I was like, that's either a really good vibrator or some coffee.
Or lesbian porn. NXT Halloween Havoc this past Wednesday. The CWC was all decorated. Hold on a second. Oh, okay. The CWC was all decorated. Shotzi in costume. The Big Pumpkin returned. It was on stage, and Shotzi was on the wheel. Damian Priest played out to the ring. I didn't notice at the time until commentary pointed out he had the Sting gloves and the Sting tights. Pretty badass.
Yeah.
Johnny Gargano deflates the pumpkin. The disrespect. Decked out.
The disrespect count. I called it a disrespect count. It was at 3 this week for NXT.
Yeah, they had a bunch. Yeah.
Decked out in Jack Skellington gear. Shotzi spins the wheel, obviously gimmick to stop on Devil's Playground match, which we were all puzzled, like, what the fuck? What is that? Nobody on the announcement said, a Devil's Playground match. They just started the match. They started fighting each other.
Eventually, they showed the rules. It's basically a Falls Count Anywhere match. I noticed the spectators are on the ring at this point, some of them in costume. Johnny gets a kendo stick. Damien busts out his nightstick. I thought that was a pretty sweet sequence right there. Then we get the commercial picture-in-picture, which I got this time. Damian Priest slams Johnny up against the plexiglass chain link wall. He hits Johnny with the stairs. Johnny gets rolled up in the deflated pumpkin. Priest kicks the shit out of him. Johnny rakes Priest's face on the entrance ramp. Priest chokeslams Johnny into ring from apron. That was pretty sweet. This is the point where they did the replay, and Cesar's voice is echoing in my brain all the time when I'm watching. Look for the shit that we won't talk about. Look at the shit, or listen to the shit we won't normally notice. I believe it was Big Dick Vic said during the replay, listen to the sound of this. And right when we're about to hear the sound, Beth chimes in, wow, that was a hell of a choke. I was like, we're supposed to listen. We're supposed to listen to the sound. And this bitch comes in here and ruins it. I was like, oh, man.
See what happens? See what happens when you pay attention at the right moment? Your ears caught that vibe. You were on the vibe, Mangria. You were vibing. You're like, all right, but listen, this bitch.
Johnny rams Priest into the plexiglass chain link wall and then sliced breads Priest onto the steps. That was pretty sweet. Priest then Falcon arrows Johnny onto the announce table. They called it something different. I forgot. Broken arrow, I think. Johnny opens a standing casket, gets scared by the fake corpse inside. Johnny puts garbage can on Priest after dumping garbage on him. Rams his head into the loading steel sheet door. Rams some yellow laundry cart into Priest. I'm pretty sure that didn't hurt. Commercial picture-in-picture. Johnny gets the Gargano escape on Priest during the commercial. The standing casket door smashed into Johnny's face. Priest slams Johnny through wall, ? They fight up into the wheel. Johnny attacks with big garbage can. Priest comes back, but he takes too long to hit the reckoning. Then fucking the fat Ghostface guy, what did I call him? Big Holler on my Facebook page or something? Big Holler. Johnny Uso. Johnny uses the wheel as leverage to hit Tornado DDT. Ghostface then hands Tombstone to Johnny. Johnny hits him with it. Priest falls off and through a shed. Johnny pinned for the win. Johnny is the first ever two-time North American champion. My final line, the curse of the badass entrance continues. Whoever gets played out to the ring loses.
Unless you're Triple H.
Or you're Io Shirai.
Cesar, we heard your rant last on AEW. So my brother, kick us off with your thoughts on the first match of Halloween Havoc.
Wait, I have a question before he goes. Are we doing full breakdowns for NXT?
Yes.
Okay.
I just wrote fuck shit stuff. So when it was the match, I said, what is this, a DP match? I was like, did they get the DP shot ski and whoever lasts longest wins? I was like, oh, it's a great match. I was like, oh, all right, double split ground, whatever that fuck shit is. I was like, I wrote Johnny with the pumpkin. Beth Phoenix just yelling all the time. I was like, who's the fuck shit dude in the scream mask and how are they going to make this make sense? The Tombstone through the house. I was like, oh, they piped in holy shit chants again. And the crowd chanted holy shit. So I thought that was funny. I was like, fuck you, Tony Khan. I thought it was a really great match. But I thought the wrong guy won. I didn't think they needed to take away from Priest this soon. But I thought it was a really good match. I just didn't like how Johnny won. But if they go somewhere with this scream shit guy, like, I don't know, it's Austin Theory coming back trying to learn from Johnny instead of being a dick or something, maybe it could be better. But yeah, as a match, I thought the wrong guy won, unless, it has future greatness to it.
I didn't even think about fucking Austin Theory. Bretsky, thoughts?
So, Bretsky here didn't realize that we were doing a full breakdown of NXT, so this is all from memory. So yeah, like Johnny, when Johnny, everything all the stuff you mentioned, when Johnny got spooked by that thing from the casket, it was great too, because he fucking super kicked and goes, "Stupid! You're stupid!" Started yelling at it. Oh man, Johnny's just great. Before this, and Shotzi throughout the night, Shotzi had a star-making performance on NXT, and even she got like a big endorsement on Instagram from Triple H. Triple H said that she was a star-making performance and a bright star potential. So Triple H clearly sees a lot in her. But yeah, the Scream guy, I don't know. I don't know whether that was. That was a nasty-looking fall that Priest took. Yeah, I love how also like right after this match, Wade Barrett noticed Vic's costume, but you could clearly see it throughout the entire night, like in the entire match. Shout out, Bad News Barrett was back. Bad News Barrett is back, baby. I was so excited to see it.
The costume contest was the best.
That was funny. I won the costume contest.
I'm afraid I got some bad news for you, Vic.
We're not there yet, Bretsky.
But
jumping the gun.
No, I had to. It counts with this match. I think the right guy did win because A, Johnny needed that credibility still because with a new character. B, I think that they're setting him up to be a transitional champ. I think they're gonna have Loomis take it off of Johnny, and you can't have Loomis take it off of Priest. I don't think.
Why not?
I think it's just because I think it works in twofold because you get Johnny because Johnny deserves it because he's really been doing like some of the best work in the brand so he deserves that title, and it's probably an easier and less convoluted story to tell of getting Loomis to beat Johnny as opposed to Loomis to beat Priest, in my opinion at least. I could see both happening, but I could see him beating Johnny more easily than him beating Priest.
You know what I think? I think Cesar is just disappointed. We're not going to see any more hot tub parties with Damian Priest after he wins, and he gets into the tub with some bitches and goes,
So sad. So sad.
After this, Bretsky, Wade Barrett dressed as Bad News Barrett. Big Dick Vic Joseph dressed as Waldo. That's all I have. What do you guys think about that? Did you think?
I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
Didn't he have the gavel?
So
he had the gavel.
Yeah, he had the gavel. Yeah.
That was fucking sweet. I wonder what Beth was dressed like.
Probably her pajamas.
Yeah, some bitch in sweats.
Probably blowing edge at the same time commentating. This is when we see Pat McAfee headed to the ring with the ones and twos, Cesar.
Oh, yeah.
After the commercial break, fine Cameron Grimes was approached by William Regal. A van is on its way to pick you up. Of course, Cameron Grimes, nervous as all hell.
The ring's in there. The ring's in there.
Did you guys have any notes on
that? Did you not hear what he said? He said the Haunted House of Terror match could be scarier than the Bar Mitzvah Triangle.
He said that for real?
He said that for real. I rewound it.
He did.
Oh, wow. Gaviti added that influence.
He said it's more scarier than the Bar Mitzvah Triangle. I said, hold on. I said, did he mean to say Bermuda and say Bar Mitzvah? He said Bar Mitzvah Triangle. I wrote it down. And cracked up laughing.
Wow.
Cameron Grimes.
This is just the beginning, by the way.
Such a good night. And I say that not as a Cameron Grimes fan.
I will say this, that he popped me during that match. You probably know what part he did.
We'll get to it, but this
he had such a good night and started out with this where just him trying to play it off. He's like I'm not scared. And then he's like, oh, there's a van. A van? The ring's in there. What is this? Pinfall or submission? What other? And he's like, no, you want to come with me. Why? I don't want to go with you.
Come with me outside, Mr. Regal. Just stand with me outside.
Then the door closes. You didn't come with me. Wait, was this before or after the doc showed up?
That was still before. We had Pat McAfee, then the doc showed up.
Okay, all right.
Pat and the ones and twos in the ring.
I mean, that just works. The ones and twos.
Pat being braggadocious, but he's pissed at Adam Cole. How you doing? Keep it moving. I guess that's going to be his thing now.
Yeah.
He bought Ridge Holland a Mercedes-Benz to do his dirty work. The disrespect in this place is outrageous. Of course, as soon as he said that, the tripod popped right into my brain. Lorcan and Birch, the ones and twos, didn't have mics. Kyle O'Reilly comes out.
Oh, then he said disrespect again because they didn't have mics. I wrote disrespect twice. So how can you disrespect these gentlemen by not having mics? They're champions out here.
Yeah, shout out to Pat McAfee because you clearly are a listener.
Clearly a listener. Clearly one of the mighty 20.
This would have been, this kind of was my pop of the night. I'm a massive Pete Dunne fan. I love it.
Bro.
Nobody spoiled it. I had no fucking clue. I thought it was gonna be Cole or Fish or someone else. Fucking Pete Dunne returns looking shredded as shit. Shredded. 2 chairs in hand. I was like, okay, maybe this is how they're setting up War Games. Maybe I was excited at first. I was excited. I was like, oh my god, Pete Dunne. And then of course they gang rape on Kyle. Pete Dunne turns on Kyle O'Reilly. Pat McAfee calls him Cauliflower Kyle O'Reilly. Hopefully that doesn't catch on. It's way too wordy. But gentlemen, thoughts, Bretsky, on the Pat 1s and 2s and the return of Pete Dunne?
I loved it. Pat McAfee still a great heel. Great promo for someone who doesn't cut promos naturally. This is great. You know, Kyle O'Reilly came out when he was talking about the disrespect, like you mentioned. You know, Kyle O'Reilly came out. Pete Dunne turning legit caught me by surprise, but I'm very, very excited to see a heel Pete Dunne. And it makes sense too, because if you remember back when Roddy Strong joined the Undisputed Era, who did he turn on? Pete Dunne. So I hope they bring that into it, where it's like, hey, no, fuck you guys, like, you know, you're assholes. It was really funny when he was talking about like when Pat was like, I tried to buy Ridge Holland. Ridge Holland said, I don't need money. I want a car. And I'm like, you just get the money and buy a car. Like,
car, yeah.
But anyway, either way, you know, yeah, and it was nice. You know, he gave a little shout out to Ridge Holland. You know, so I wonder how that will play out. Maybe Ridge Holland turns face on Pat. I don't know. It seems like if either Pat was a short-term fix or he was long-term and they just brought him in now, but they're making it seem like this was a plan all along, which I love. I'm so super pumped to see the 1s and 2s as tag champs. But yeah, I'm very excited to see what Kyle O'Reilly can do. And it really cemented the Kyle O'Reilly as a babyface right now, and Adam Cole.
Well, Cesar, I think we can see the writing on the wall. Pat McAfee, the 1s and 2s, Pete Dunne, and there's 4 members of the Undisputed Era.
And they haven't missed one yet. Haven't missed one yet.
What'd you think of this, buddy?
I thought this was great. So I've been slightly keeping up with NXT UK just on Instagram. So I knew Pete Dunne was already shredded. Because he's actually been on for like the past 3 weeks. So this was a surprise that he showed up here. That he finally, I guess, got his pass to come over, and you know, it was all Rona free and fuck shit. I thought this was great. I'm still kind of jaded because remember last week I thought my theory would be that Kyle would turn on the UE and he would be the leader of this group, like Pat McAfee's a part-time fix. You know, because a part-time guy really can be the leader of a group. Because Pat's not there all the time.
Well, it still could happen. Your theory could still happen.
It could. It still could. He could turn on them at War Games. But I still like the fact that, he brought in Pete Dunne because I like that he flipped it, like you said, with Ridge Holland. He goes, so then I bought the guys who took out my guy. I went to them. He goes, I respect it. They didn't want the cash. But then, they lost to the UE, and they're like, nah, Pat, we want the chips. So I like how he flipped it and turned it and how they rolled with it. And then, Pete Dunne coming back out. So now it's a faction, 4 guys on 4. It's a great hype. Like, now theoretically all the UE guys are faces kind of because they're all injured. They all got to get back together.
Is Cole injured?
Yeah.
Well, he was Rich Holland injured.
Oh,
remember,
that's right. Okay.
He hasn't been on since that takeover.
Yeah.
I don't think I think his last match was against like Austin Theory on a fucking NXT. Rich Holland took him out.
Yep.
So I like the fact that this will be a 4-on-4. I mean, let's see if Pat can eat these fucking chairs and tables and shit. I don't know about all that. You know, just getting beat up in the matches. getting beat up in a match is one thing, but eating some table and some chairs is totally different. And a ladder possibly is a totally different suspect.
Plus,
so,
he hosts his own show, right? So he's kind of like an entertainer,
yeah.
and he's on camera. So
Imagine this motherfucker's got to wrestle Sunday and take his dumb ass in Monday, and he's at the desk like, my ass whooped by the
he's got one of those fake neck braces on.
Fake neck braces.
Yeah.
He's like, that shit is real, bro. Yeah, that shit is real, bro. I don't care what they tell you. Cole hit me in the head with a chair. That shit still hurts. No, I was done. I thought it was great.
Bretsky, after this, find Cameron Grimes still being escorted by Regal to the parking lot. Michael P.S. Hayes hops out of the fucking van. Creepy dude was in the passenger seat. I don't know who the fuck that was. I put here, who's driving? Like, they showed the passenger. Michael P.S. Hayes jumped out. But then Grimes gets into the van, and the van drives off. Who the fuck was driving?
A bright orange suit. A bright orange suit.
Bright orange.
Hitting the...
Dip.
Dip. Hey, what you do, man? Hey, you get in that van? Last loud on the left. That's the bass out of town, baby. Dip.
In a million years, could you guys have guessed that he was going to pop out of the fucking van?
I almost fell out. I almost spilled my beer, fell out of my chair. I was like, as soon as that van opened and that some bitch came out on some doop, and he just couldn't stop this shit, I was like,
I paused it.
This might be best segment of the night.
I paused it.
Best segment of the night.
I had to pause it.
I was like, this shit is great.
Like, my reaction was Grimes' reaction. He was like, what the what?
What is P.S. Hayes doing to this?
Wasn't his theme was playing, right? His theme was playing in the fucking background, too.
Grimes was like, man, what? Oh my God, is this the van? This piece of crap? What the hell? Who's in this van, man? I got a shotgun. Hey, what the hell are you doing? And all of a sudden,
You gotta imagine Bretsky was just full chub every time because Cameron Grimes owned Halloween Havoc.
Yeah,
dude, it was him and Shotzi. It was him and Shotzi.
Right.
He showed out, bro. He showed out.
They must have a lot of faith in Cameron Grimes to have him featured this many times, and he delivered. He fucking delivered every time, too.
He didn't miss a beat.
Yeah.
And you know why? You know why he delivered. Because he is not just Cameron Grimes. He is fine Cameron Grimes. And his trajectory is not to you and not to you. It is straight to the moon, baby.
Jesus Christ. He earned his check this week. I'll say that. He earned his check this week.
After the commercial break,
he earned a bonus.
Jake Atlas, new theme. I noticed some of the people that have new themes, they're just in the ring and the theme's halfway done. And then they smash cut to whoever's coming out. Like, wait, was that a new theme?
Yeah.
Brown Order out next, all in Darby Allin paint. Of course, it's Dia de los Muertos, but my brain went straight to Darby Allin. Santos and Rey Mysterio gear. He's the Emperor.
Darby Allin? I literally called this Lightning Rosa versus
Thunder Rosa.
Oh, Thunder Rosa.
I was waiting because there's rumors that Thunder Rosa goes to WWE.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, oh, is she going to be fucking
She's going to join the Brown Order.
Yeah,
I was actually fucking hyped for that. That would be awesome.
Yeah. Do you think she would go to NXT?
Of course.
No.
No?
Oh, yeah, she would.
Yeah, she's not going to Raw SmackDown. She'd go to NXT.
She would go to NXT. Perfect in NXT. They need women in NXT.
Bro, that's my favorite thing was seeing her because she posted like cryptic shit, whatever, like on her Twitter, but like on her Instagram, like you look on the comments section, and it's a mix. It's like a mix of like WWE fans going like, oh, if it's true, we'd love to have you. And there's people who kind of like us, like watch both and like both, hate both whenever they both need to be liked and hated. Like, whatever you want to choose, as long as you're happy, I'll watch you wherever you go. I'm a really big fan of you, Thunder Rosa.
Here come the marks. Here come the marks.
And then
here come these dicks.
You better not go to that evil corporation.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh, I don't care how much they pay you. You're better than that. You need to help AEW and elevate their women's division even more and help them win the war. I'm like, oh, God. Like,
how are these
Let the
marks?
bitch choose. Let the bitch choose where she wants to go.
These fucking marks are so toxic, bro. So fucking toxic. They're worse than WWE, and that shit's toxic.
Yeah.
They're worse.
Well, Santos Escobar, the Emperor of Lucha Libre, versus Jake Atlas with a bandana on his right knee, the gay knee. Quick back and forth until Rainbow DDT. The Brown Order get Santos' foot on the ropes. It's a shame this was such a short match because these two can both deliver. However, Atlas flies over the top rope onto the Brown Order. One of them is wearing that fucking loaded lucha mask, headbutts Atlas.
Mm-hmm.
Santos hits his finisher, the peda-knee. Peda-knee? No?
I mean, it's called Legato.
I'm gonna go start drinking. I'm gonna log off.
Pin for the win. Cesar, what'd you think about this short match? I mean, okay.
I think he actually went to get a beer.
Bresky, what'd you think of this short match?
It was a short. I mean, yeah, I would have loved to see these two like just tear it up for like a half hour, but that's for a takeover. They had enough shit on this card. They needed to get Santos. It wasn't even a title match. It did what it needed to do. It was as long as it needed to be. It served its purpose of saying, hey, Jake Atlas is still competitive, but realistically, in a normal situation, particularly when the title's not on the line, Brown or Legado del Fantasma is going to make sure that Santos gets in, gets out, still showcase this shit. So getting the pet and knee over, but yeah, no, I mean it did what it needed to do, and it was fine while it lasted. I'm sure it'll lead something down the future. I popped for the loaded lucha mask. I thought they just forgot about it, but if they keep bringing this back, I'm gonna love it. And the one thing that I think though, because like Santos doing the costumes, I hope that on Christmas he is Santa Escobar.
Go get the beer, Cesar.
There he goes.
Well, you guys know nobody's been harder on Jake Atlas than me. But last week,
except for his boyfriend. Except for his boyfriend.
You think
week,
Jake's a power bot? You think he's a bottom or?
Last week he was my
He
wrestler
does
of
the
the
rainbow
week.
DDT on top.
So that's why I said this week it was such a damn shame. It was a short match. I wanted to see more out of Jake because clearly he dominated in the beginning. But Cesar, what did you think about this short match between Santos Escobar versus Jake Atlas?
I wrote down it was a great showing by Fruit Booty. He got his shit in. They do that fucking loaded mask headbutt shit again. Trying to get that over. I'm not mad about it. Yeah, I did think it was just not as much time. I don't like to see them guys have more time. Did you know this week on NXT UK, a certain guy showed up with his Cruiserweight Championship?
Yes, I do.
That.
I cannot believe it.
Yeah. So I guess they're doing the Sammy bit over there.
If this leads to
Oh,
Devlin
bro.
versus Santos,
Don't
oh
fucking
my
even.
God.
That's got to happen at War Games. You got to get Jordan Devlin versus the Brown Order, and that shit's going to be some – I mean, if it's on War Games, it's not free money, but that shit'll be great.
I'm excited for that.
Did they pay off Devlin's victim, or did they bury her somewhere next to the Loch Ness Monster?
Oh, no, she did. It's think she did.
I don't think Devlin was one of the speaking out people.
I thought he was.
I think that was a
That's
bunch
why
of
they
other.
took him off TV.
No, I think it was because he. No, I think it was because he couldn't get over to the United States.
No, he was one of the. He was one of the Me Too guys.
I don't think. I don't think
he hasn't been on TV. Like they just said he returned.
Well, yeah, no, because NXT UK like recently started up, but I think it's because he was in Ireland or whatever. I don't think he was.
I could have swore I heard something about him.
I'm gonna look it up.
Like a gang of them got in trouble.
Yeah, that was a bunch of them speaking out.
Yeah. Well, while you're looking that up, they showed Ember Moon talking trash about Dakota Kai video package. It was.
Oh wait.
It was all right.
Jordan Devlin breaks silence following sexual abuse.
Aha!
Yes, she was.
Came out on social media.
Way to be happy that that's true, Mangria.
Yeah. Superstar has put his case forward. Allegations. She told the world about something. She took to Twitter to disclose the incident. She shared pictures.
He said it's false.
Yeah. So I guess he's clear.
Well, shit.
So I guess
if Velveteen
they're hiring and pushing a pedophile, and they are pushing a sexual assaulter. Fuck WWE. They're
Sprugger Corporation. Fucking marks.
Fucking idiot. If you don't think that they have so much to lose where they wouldn't take the proper legal precautions and at least be 99, if not 100% sure that they're good,
99.
Then you are stupid, because whether or not you like Vince McMahon, he is a genius promoter and a genius businessman, and I highly doubt that even in his fucking stage, he would allow a pedophile and
Russell.
a fucking sexual assaulter to continue to be on the program after it has been publicized.
Yeah.
After this,
Jordan
Shotzi
Devlin said he
Blackheart
had to
announces that the haunted house match is up next. The highlight of my week. I don't know if it's highlighting your week.
Me too.
But, gentlemen, we start. Cameron Grimes.
Oh, sorry.
Versus
I didn't want
Dexter.
to
What?
speak
God
about
damn
the
it!
Ember. I wanted to speak about the Ember Moon thing too, because they're giving that shit away. Ember Moon, Dakota Kai, and whatever match they promoted.
Yeah,
It'll
it
be
looks
next
alright.
week. It's just freaking free money. No, it's just free money.
This whole night was
This
free
whole
money,
episode is free
Cesar.
money.
No, this night was free money, and then that shit next week is more.
They
free.
gave away so much free money on this night. It felt like a fucking welfare
There
drive
was a
and shit.
fucking TLC match on regular
Yes.
NXT.
on
Yes.
regular NXT
And a cinematic match.
and a cinematic match. Yeah,
The Haunted House of Terror cinematic match, to be exact. Loomis, Cameron Grimes has dropped off. He's walking by. He's all scared, like, oh, I know you're out here. I'm gonna get you. And then you see Loomis's head down like this in the tree. And then he looks up. That was fucking sweet. Grimes walking around, Loomis stalking Grimes through the house. It was like they put a lot of horror movie tropes in this, like Michael Myers, Jason, like things.
yeah.
It was sweet, man. This was a horror movie fan's dream match. I loved it. I love this match. The ref,
Except Randy Orton didn't burn it down.
the ref was facing the corner, Blair Witch style. I don't know if you caught that.
Yeah.
He scares Grimes because he had makeup on or whatever. Loomis emerges. They fight. Grimes runs away. Loomis bursts through the door, Jason style. I love that.
Yeah.
Grimes ends up in the bathroom with a girl showering. Grimes is all like trying to join her. This was the Shining reference right here.
I didn't know Dexter Loomis had a sister.
Sister.
Grimes tries to
Make room, baby.
Grimes tries to join her. It's a freaky chick who climbs out of the tub after Grimes. Grimes and Loomis fight into a different room. Creepy girl jumps on Grimes' back. He runs outside and dumps her over the fence. All the characters from the house are following him. He runs into the van. Let's get out of here. He's in the passenger seat. Loomis is in the driver's seat. Grimes runs away. To be continued. I gotta say, this is what the fucking House of Horrors match should have been with Randy Orton and fucking Bray Wyatt. This is what a lot of matches needed to be like. They went, you know how you say don't never go full retard? You remember that line from this was full horror movie. They went full horror movie. I loved it. I had a brain boner. I had an actual boner. I loved this entire fucking sequence. Cesar, tell me, brother, what you thought. This was incredible. I know black people don't like horror movies, but you gotta appreciate this shit. You didn't die. You didn't die first, Cesar.
The fact that you mentioned Tropic Thunder, because when Pete Dunne came out, that's what I thought of Robert Downey's like, you know, when you came back all shredded, man, you came back really shredded like a julienne salad, man. That's what I was thinking when Pete Dunne walked out. I was like, God damn, Pete Dunne dreaded that as julienne salad, man. He's shredded. That's what I thought when he came out. That's funny you brought this up. The lines that popped me during this, he's like, Loomis, I seem bigger than you. I beat bigger than you. And then he's walking around, the little kids running.
Yes.
Like,
No,
Loomis,
it wasn't the kids. It was like the little
Yeah.
mini bike just drove by with no one else. No one on
No one
it.
else on it. Yeah,
Loomis, you got kids.
kids. Yeah, the bike got kids. And then when he got in the bathroom, and he was like, oh, hello. Hey, Loomis, I didn't know you had a sister. He goes, man, wait, honey. Because you about to get with fine. Took the vest off. I had the jeans on. Jeans on, about to get in the shower. You about to hang out with fine Cameron Grimes. This whole segment, you got kids. And Loomis, I didn't know you had a sister. Fucking killed me. This dude earned his check this week. Yeah, this haunted house shit was great because, you got the fighting, you got the mummies, or the zombies, and all this other fuck shit. Funny that they talked about zombies and then we have zombies in a match. Like, no, this was just gold. Cameron Grimes earned his check this week. I laughed the whole way.
Gretzky. Your turn.
Oh man, you're shooting your Rice Krispies at me. Yeah, fucking. I know it's thinly veiled, and a little peek behind the curtain here. It's very thinly veiled, and my costume also is very subtle. But I'm currently dressed today for Halloween, as a Cameron Grimes fan. So, I loved everything about this. This was great. Everything Cesar said, everything you said, Mangria, fucking, damn, Lewis, you got kids? That shit. Him trying to fucking basically just go in on the shower of some chick. You got a sister? I didn't know you. Oh my god. Loomis did his part. Like when Grimes was like walking around, is this the right house? Am I in the right place? He gets in the door. Excuse me, referee. Is this pinfall or submission? Oh, jumping around, jumping back. Oh my god, Loomis just stalking him. I face tuffer. I am fine, Cameron Grimes. Like just like saying fine, Cameron Grimes over and over. Oh my god, it was great. Basically Loomis being invincible. He got smashed into like a mirror. Just fucking here's Johnny his way through the door. Oh man, everything about this, and I'll talk about it later again, like when we get to the end of the match. But like just Loomis being in the passenger seat, all that shit.
All that shit, yeah.
And then this is the cut scenes of Grimes just running and getting super winded. So fucking funny. Everything about this is great. I really love this, and it worked well with the feud and with the characters, and I'll get to that later. But at least for the first segment also. But just speaking about the first segment, loved every minute of it. I was laughing the entire time. I was enjoying myself the entire time. I was sports entertained for sure.
Well, up next, Rhea Ripley comes out. The commercial break, Rhea Ripley versus Straight Sonya, who is working more than actual Sonya. Ripley.
Hey, she got fired. She lost the Loser Leaves Town match. So clearly, Mangria, she's no longer with the company.
A little bit.
Rhea Ripley was wearing one of the Nightmare Before Christmas kids on her leg. I wasn't quite sure the name of that kid, but I did notice. These women are pretty much equal. I was very impressed by Straight Sonya. Rhea with a nasty headbutt to Straight Sonya. On the outside, Straight Sonya catches Rhea mid-air, then powerbomb smashes her into the plexiglass wall. By the way, this is Mr. Mediocre Tenkan sitting in for Mangria. He went to go try and take his scarecrow mask off because he got stuck on it because he's too fat. After the commercial picture-in-picture, Straight Sonya dominates throughout this. I didn't notice there's a kid dressed as Rick from Rick and Morty in the spectators area. I thought Rick and Morty were all elite, by the way. Rhea was fighting an uphill battle this match. After a failed riptide from the top rope, Straight Sonya tosses Rhea off the top rope, but Rhea Ripley eventually wins with a normal riptide, middle of the ring. The Great Bretsky 99, what did you think of this impressive showing from Straight Sonya and Rhea Ripley?
Yeah, Raquel did a great job. And again, I think this end, I think I said that I think she should win because then it sets up the breakup with her and Dakota. But even a loss does too, because then Dakota can be like if Dakota beats Ember Poon, then she can just be like, listen, I'm beating bitches, you're not. Why am I carrying you around? And then it sets up a face turn, all that stuff. But yeah, she really impressed. She showed that she can go, and she's not just like there because she's a tall lady. Wade Barrett again pointing out very smart points on commentary. I don't know if you guys caught this, but he's like, yeah, so these two women are so much bigger than everyone else. They're used to fighting smaller women, so it's actually a much bigger challenge for them to face each other because they don't really know what it's like to face other women who are this big and this tall and this muscular and that kind of stuff. So that was a very interesting point. Rhea rubbed a lot of shine onto Straight Sonya, onto Raquel Gonzalez, the entire match. And she definitely more than held her own when you could tell. Obviously Rhea won, but Straight Sonya really proved her worth. And by the way, if you're listening and you're like, who is Straight Sonya? Then you can go way back. And listen to all of the tripods, because clearly you haven't if you don't know who Straight Sonya is by this point. We still appreciate you listening. Buddy. We still fuck you, buddy. But also we still appreciate you listening. Go back and listen to the tripod beer runs or even the sessions way back. Catch up. We call Raquel Gonzalez Straight Sonya because that's what she looks like. But yeah, she more than held her own, proved her worth. I cannot wait until she gets the Diesel face run, but like better. because you can tell she's going to be a star. The future is bright with Raquel Gonzalez, as well as Dakota Kai, as well as Rhea Ripley. So I was thoroughly entertained by this match.
5 years from now, Straight Sonya's gonna get in the ring.
That'd be good.
Big Mama Cool, what they call her?
Yeah,
Big Mommy cool. Yeah, she's gonna go over to AEW and call herself by her real name.
It's actually Sonya.
She starts a group called the Insiders.
Yeah.
Inside hers. No.
Inside hers.
Get it? Because she's a lady. Get it?
These are.
Yeah, buddy.
Were you impressed by these two Amazonians clashing?
Oh yeah, man, these big bitches can go. I do think this is great for Straight Sonya. Like Bretsky said, I don't see her being the one turning though. I think she's like a permanent heel. Like we've seen Dakota face, we've seen Dakota turn. I feel like it would definitely be Straight Sonya turning on Dakota, being like, "Bitch, I'm supposed to be with you, and then you ain't teaching me shit. You ain't helping me get over. You ain't at my matches. How come I got to carry your weight? I got to cheat for you, for these bitches, for you to get over. But when I need some help, you're not there for me." So I don't see her turning face. I just see her kind of just dropping Dakota by the wayside and then going, just still being heel.
Isn't that kind of a face argument though, Cesar? Of like, hey, I'm doing shit for you. You're not repaying me.
Well, yeah, but she's like, I came to help you because you always need help. I don't need your help.
Oh, okay,
like I'm a big bad bitch by myself. Like I've wrestled and tussled with the best. I took Rhea Ripley to the limit. You know, when she does start getting wins, it can be like, yo, you always need my help. I don't need your help. And then just stomps that bitch out and leaves, and then they could have a blow off match too. But no, she was great. Yeah, I mean, it would have been epic for her to win and beat a talent like Rhea. But I mean, you still get it either way. I mean, you know, Rhea's Rhea, so she's gonna collect the wins. But it would have been really good to jumpstart Sonya as a real threat if she would have beat Rhea Ripley, especially in a match like this, because this could have main evented. To me, this could have main evented. The only thing that topped it, they had to do a TLC match. This would have been just a regular match with Candice and Io. This probably could have beat it. And there was no title on the line. Just two people who want to fight. And they went out there and they had some stiff moments and they had some great moments. They had some great spots. But I thought this was really, really, really good. But yeah, this one is a coin flip. It doesn't matter who would have won or lost. This one's a coin flip. Perfect timing.
Oh.
Cesar done rambling and talking your fucking ear off. Let's get back to the program here. Bretsky, up next, Drake Maverick. Wait a minute, I can't read with these fucking sunglasses. Oh, Cameron Rhymes is running down the street. And then the commentators say, is he coming back to the Capitol Wrestling Center? After the commercial break, Drake Maverick is dressed as Hollywood Hulk Hogan, posing with his 2.3 pythons, as he puts it. And then the Giant and Yeti spoofs are sandwiching Drake Maverick. And then Killian comes in dressed as the Shockmaster. I thought these were some great callbacks. It wasn't Paul White as the Yeti. It was Kevin Nash as the Yeti. Is that right, you spindly Jew? Oh, great. They're not on. Good. I can finally speed through this in under 4 hours.
Nah, fuck you. No, fuck you. Fuck you.
And collapses onto a mock graveyard. Weird chicks pursue him. Oh, the Jew's back? Oh, did I drop a nickel? Is the Jew back? I dropped the fucking nickel. Now the Jew is back. Oh, there he is. Finally have to contribute to this show. What a shocker. The fucking Jew wants to contribute when I drop a nickel.
Well, I'm glad that you're Make-A-Wish. I'm glad that you're Make-A-Wish representative.
To bore the people, young Bretsky.
I'm glad that your Make-A-Wish representatives got you on this podcast, you retarded fuck. But the only reason I am coming on is because you mentioned the name of Fine Cameron Grimes.
Okay,
and the name of Fine Cameron Grimes does not go in your mouth.
Center.
Million calorie
motherfucker. Graveyard. A bunch of weird chicks pursue him. Grimes in ring.
Wait, really?
The ring is engulfed in fog. I thought this was a pretty great detail. Oh, excuse me, you had something to say? Oh, I didn't think so. Okay. Dexter Loomis behind him attacks. Beth says Grimes has no brains. He's safe from the zombies. Grimes then hits a cave-in on the zombie, which is very, very funny. I found it humorous as I was eating my beer cheese Wendy's burger, which is a sponsor of APPW, by the way. The zombie leaps off of Loomis' shoulders onto Grimes. Loomis puts Grimes down with silence. I guess that's his submission. Who knows? Nobody's watching this shit. Everybody's watching APPW instead. Loomis's foot dragged across Grimes' face on accident, I guess, as he was leaving. I presume as Loomis leaves the ring. Zombies crawl into the ring after Grimes. Loomis stares into camera as it says, "The end." I gotta say, even though this is the inferior brand to APPW, I was quite amused by this little segment here, little zombie segment between Dexter Loomis and Cameron Grimes. Cameron Grimes, of course, and APPW now. Dexter Loomis, we're still in negotiations because the motherfucker doesn't talk. He just stares at me the entire time when I'm asking him if he wants to sign and possibly be a mega pounder. Who knows? We'll see. But I digress. And seeing as how I'm alone, I can now finish this episode in under 14 hours.
Are you still talking? You talk about people ramble, and you just won't shut the hell up.
Wait a minute.
Why are you still talking?
You
Is that
Why are you
motherfucker.
still talking?
Is that the dude who has no titles? Yeah, that's the dude with the bare shoulders. He's trying to talk to me.
Hey,
He's
hey.
trying to talk
to
to
be
me.
fair,
Wait,
hey,
is
that's
this-
pretty
is that-
funny.
is this-
That is pretty
is this
funny.
the
Is that the guy who lost to me?
Is this
Yeah, but
the
you lost to me though.
ratings killer
Didn't you lose to me?
Is this
Didn't
the
you lose?
hashtag worst loser? He's in my
Hey,
show?
who beat your ass in your
Mangria-
first and ever match?
Mangria,
Who
sit
beat
down,
your ass?
Mangria.
Hey,
Mangria,
who beat
just
your
sit
ass?
down. Sit
Hey,
down,
who beat that
Mangria.
ass though? Who's
Sit
got
down.
1-0?
I
1-0
control
against the
this
million
show.
calorie Mitch.
You don't control this show. I'm the million calorie
1-0.
man. You get the fuck
1-0.
out of here.
1-0. 1-0, bitch. Check
Get
the
the
title.
fuck
Come on.
out of here. This is
1-0.
my show.
He stabs that bitch.
Is this the untimely death of the million calorie man? Tune
I
in next
pray to
week to
God.
find out.
I pray to God. I ain't even gonna snitch on that one. That motherfucker's gone. You just dump him 6 feet deep. I ain't even gonna snitch.
Well, now that motherfucker's gone,
Yeah. Back to-
so
Back
before
to sucking
Cameron
dick in the
Grimes,
back.
before the Cameron Grimes, yes, the Cameron Grimes was running back, pretty funny.
Real funny.
Drake Maverick dressed as 2.3-inch pythons. Then all of a sudden, the spoof of the Giant and the Yeti, just kind of like raping Hulk Hogan back in the day. Then fucking Killian Dane refusing to. Oh my God!
No, I think he is killing him.
Do it! Do it!
I got him.
Do it!
I
do
got
it.
him.
But if you kill him, who's running the show? We can't have Jake run the show. So you have
Yeah,
to kill
yeah.
Jake.
You know when? You have to kill Jake now.
I'll give the authority to 10 cunts from now on, but I'm sorry, fellas. That fucking prick. I was taking a piss. I don't know if you could hear because the audio was on. I was legitimately taking a piss. But the million calorie man just rudely took over. I'm sorry. Bretsky, it's Yeti, not Yete. Okay, now, sorry, Bretsky. Cameron Grimes, let's get your 2 points about Cameron Grimes running down the street and making it back to the Capitol Wrestling Center because we do have the Drake Maverick shit to comment on as well.
Oh yeah, that was pretty funny. I mean, he just ran back like that was.
Well, the commentator is
Yeah.
being all dramatic, saying, "Is he coming back to the Capitol?" Like it was some big
Yeah.
miracle revelation. Caesar, what'd you think of that shit?
Yeah, I mean, I guess Hayes was right. It wasn't that far. It's just down the street on the left because he made it back before the show ended.
I like how they were recording him. Like the van was just pulling away and he was running towards the van. They could have just picked him up.
Yeah, I mean, I was expecting a halfway golf cart where Loomis would try to run him over, and he makes the turn into the door.
Did he
or
have his hat
something.
on? No, he didn't have
No,
his
he
hat
lost
on.
the hat inside the
Oh,
house.
he lost it. Okay.
Yeah,
Did
he
he
left
drop-
it with Loomis' sister.
Oh,
Yeah, he
okay.
left the hat and the vest with Loomis' sister and the kids in the house.
I gotta say, I was impressed with Drake's 2.3 pythons as he was dressing and mocking Hollywood Hulk Hogan.
And then, also, let me tell you something, Mean Gene.
Yeah.
Come on, Mackenzie. It's Halloween. Play along, please.
You are Mean Gene.
All right, Mean Gene. Let me tell you something.
Yeah, and then just Dane refusing to do the Shockmaster bit. And
No.
then, fine, I'll wear it. And he falls.
Yeah.
Oh, he fell on his arse.
It's ours.
You know, this 5-minute quick segment was more entertaining than half of fucking Dynamite, by the way. Sorry to shit on Dynamite. I know Mark is gonna be pissed, but this 5-minute segment was way more entertaining than the fucking half of Dynamite. I just gotta say.
Yeah, I mean, this wasn't one of their worst Dynamites, but it definitely was not their best. It was a mess.
Yeah, I mean,
Dynamite.
we do like Dynamite. I'm not shitting all over it. I'm just saying this week.
But I mean, when NXT's bad, we shit on it too. So
yeah, of course.
I'm glad that NXT won the ratings this week because they deserve. I mean, they've deserved it a bunch of other weeks as well.
Yeah.
But NXT really went all out with Halloween Havoc, and they did deserve it because objectively, it was a far better show. Like NXT was the best. NXT was the best show of any promotion of the week. So
well, I haven't seen SmackDown yet.
Neither have I. But NXT is usually better than Raw and SmackDown anyway. SmackDown's usually good, but it's not an NXT level.
But I mean, this was like some Attitude Era where you were sports entertained, the wrestling was great, the promos were hitting. It was like you want to see this every week.
Yeah.
Just overall good show, and I was just like, damn, they fucking delivered this week. But
There's only thing he was missing was Timothy Thatcher dressing up as Dracula.
Fight the denture. Oh my god.
That's right. Timothy Thatcher wasn't in it. I didn't even think about that. Damn.
Or him dressed up as a dentist or something like that.
Yeah. Oh my god. That'd be great.
If they ever have like an invasion of AEW invades NXT, Dr. Britt Baker DMD going right to Thatcher.
Yeah,
Fuck
Thatcher.
you.
Yeah. Get your ass in the chair.
She takes a look at his teeth. I'm gonna make a fortune.
Yeah. Get rich.
We finally get to.
How much does he get paid every week? Yeah. You're gonna have to sign those over.
We get the grand finale of Cameron Grimes versus Dexter Lumis as Grimes makes it back to the CWC. He collapses on a mock graveyard. Give me shades of Thriller. Weird chicks pursue him. Grimes is in the ring. The ring is engulfed in fog somehow. Lumis is behind him, attacks him. Beth says, Grimes has no brains. He's safe from zombies.
That was a good line.
Grimes hits the cave-in on a random zombie.
Yeah.
The zombie climbed on Loomis's shoulders and then leaps off of his shoulders onto Grimes.
Yeah.
Loomis then eventually puts Grimes down with silence. Loomis's foot, as he was getting out of the ring.
The what? The Godlock.
The Godlock. That's a better name.
Better name.
Loomis's foot dragged across Grimes' face on accident, I presume, as he was getting out of the ring. I felt so bad for Cameron Grimes. Zombies then crawl into the ring after Grimes, and then Loomis stares into the camera, and you see the end. Yeah. The Great Bretsky 99. What did you think of the grand finale of this? What was it called again? The Haunted House of Terror match? What did you think?
There is no other way to describe any Cameron Grimes match, but especially this one, as anything other than fine with 7 eyes. This was great. A great finale. At one point, either Vic or Barrett called the fucking zombie bitch Loomis's sister. Like, oh, Loomis's sister's in the ring. Wade kept on getting hung up on how the fuck there was smoke in the ring. And and Vic's like,
where's the smoke coming from?
How did this happen? And Vic's just like, there's zombies in the fucking ring. You're worried about fog.
Yeah, he's focused on the fog.
He's like, when did the ring get covered in smog? And where's all this fog coming from?
Not a bad Wade Barrett there, Cesar.
I keep thinking about the bad news line, and that's all I can replay in my head to get the voice to come out.
Yep. But yeah, so I this is what I wrote because it's my highlight was the everything Cameron Grimes did in the House of Horrors. But so not to take a thing that was funny and make it serious, but I'm gonna say this. I wrote this down because I was trying to make sense of it in reality. I don't think that they expect us to believe that there were actual zombies, but more that Loomis used his spooky, creepy aura to recruit people, to teach Grimes a lesson for picking on those who he calls freaks, and to exploit Grimes' biggest fear, which is not appearing tough. In a weird way, it had a sweet sentiment that like the good guy won because Grimes just a bully who is like bullying the freaks and whatever. So he got his freaks to show him that the freaks can beat him. But it was pretty funny, very funny actually. He got Loomis back in the win column, which is good. I think he's going to be the next North American champion at some point down the line once they get this Scream mask guy unveiled. But this was fucking great. Loomis just kind of leaving him to the wolves when he left and all the zombies were surrounding the ring. Grimes getting actually one good-looking cave-in, too. One cave-in on the zombie. Yeah, I mean, what else can we say that hasn't been said? Just Loomis going, or Grimes going, I'm sorry for everything that I've ever done. Oh, my God. It was just gold. Great character work by both of these boys. Great, just funny fuck shit. Great horror fuck shit. It was like a film. It was great. Loved it, loved it, loved it.
There you go, Cesar Bretsky going and finding the hidden meaning we weren't even thinking about in this match.
Not even thinking about.
Also, I forgot to mention earlier in the earlier segment, I think when he was talking to Regal, he goes, just go ahead and give me the loss. It's okay. I can go back to my locker room.
I can go to the locker room, yeah. Hey, Mr. Regal, I just want to show up. Give me the loss. I'll go to the locker room. I was like, God, I forgot about that. That's so funny.
Well, Cesar, go ahead and wax poetic on the conclusion of the Haunted House of Terror match.
What hasn't been said? Like I said, Grimes earned his check tonight. At least he got a cave in on a zombie. The guy, Dexter put him in the godlock. I never see, they don't really zoom in when he puts him in the godlock, but he was actually like shushing him to sleep.
Yeah.
When he had him
he
in
was?
the match. Yeah, he was like,
I didn't notice
He's
that.
like stroking his hair.
yeah, and he was literally like, so when he had him in there, like, I don't think he does that on the regular, but when he locked him in, he was literally, you can see, he was like, because it was zoomed in on him. I thought it was great. Yeah, Wade Barrett, the fucking smoke machine. You know where that shit's coming from, Wade Barrett. You know where that goddamn smoke machine's coming from. But no, this was the ending to a great, partly cinematic, partly ring, overall sports entertainment. 10, still got wood. 10, Billy Bob 10, Varsity Blues. If you ain't seen it, fuck you. This is great ending to a great match.
Well, up next, it's the main event. Nope, sorry.
Nope.
Shotzi in red with horns. They show a brief glimpse of her, but then they show a Tommaso Ciampa video. He's pissed.
Great.
He's pissed at the new NXT. He hates the new roster. He hates Velveteen Dream.
Mm-hmm.
Hit me with a cast once, shame on you. Twice, you're a dead man.
Dead man.
Cesar, what did you think of our boy, Tommaso Ciampa? He's getting his balls back, brother.
Yeah, Ciampa mad.
Yeah.
I just need a Ciampa mad shirt or Ciampa angry. No, I like that. He's like, you think you got here and you're owed something? He said, you're hungry? I'm hungry. Ciampa mad. And that coon is dead. And he left. And I
direct quote.
Yeah.
Direct quote.
I saw the
I
transcript.
seen him. He tweeted it. Also, this is what I'm talking about. Ciampa Dream, I mean, we remember their match for the title at War Games that they had. And that was damn good. If they can do half of that, and if Ember Poon, this is when Beth said Ember Poon, if Ember Poon and Dakota can have a great match. I mean, this is like some free money fuck shit. Like, you're following up free money. You got a whole free money night. That is rare to have a free money night.
Yeah.
You got a free money night following up with 2 matches that should be on a pay-per-view. More free money. I mean, you got to win the rankings when you give away a free money night like this. It just makes sense. But these two are going to be 2 great matches. But yeah, Ciampa versus Dream just on NXT? Just on NXT? Shit. And Sheeta better be ringside. Not she. Yeah, time splitter motherfucker. He better be ringside.
Oh, yeah.
See this motherfucker.
Bretsky,
I want to
thoughts?
Yeah, I love this. I thought it was gonna end when he stood up, but then when he kept going, I'm like, damn, this is a really fucking good promo. Like, this is great, and it's exactly what Ciampa's character should be at this point, where he's the old guard. At this point, and I love it. I'm really happy that I'm excited to see him in Dream, even though Dream is a pedophile. I'm excited to see it. It'll obviously be good because of fucking course it's going to be good. I'm very interested to see where they go from here, where they take Ciampa, where they take Dream, because they have so much. It's stacked with talent. I'm interested to see where they take Kushida, where they take Dream, where they take Ciampa after this match. But I'm very excited for it. Great promo from Ciampa.
I don't know if you guys remember this, but well, if you read the dirt sheets like I do, because I'm an idiot, Ciampa, like a couple months ago, he was said to be frustrated because he would ask the creatives, "What do you guys have for me?" And they say, "We have nothing." So part of me thinks that this promo that he cut was fucking shoot. This was a shoot promo that he cut. He's legit pissed, and that's why
I
it's
remember
so
that
good.
he was upset. He was upset. He tweeted about it too.
That's why this promo was so fucking good, because he meant it.
Yeah.
And he is going to, like, I'm not going to say the word, but he's taking it to that next week, Cesar.
Yeah.
He's going to open up a can of Tommaso Ciampa, whoop ass, because Ciampa mad, baby.
Ciampa mad. They gotta make that a shirt, or it's just Ciampa mad.
Ciampa mad.
Cesar's going to sue if they do that. Up next.
No, they just gotta send me a free one. Just send me a free one. Just need free merch.
Up next is the main event. The
Main
NXT
event.
Women's Championship.
NXT.
Because NXT knows how to do it. Of course, we get Candice LeRae coming out, the Poison Pixie, with new wings, dressed as Jack's girlfriend from Nightmare. I don't know what her name is. Do you
I
know
don't
her?
know the bitch's name either.
And then,
Google
would the curse continue? Because Poppy plays EO out to the ring. I was like, oh no. When I saw Poppy, I was like, fuck! The curse of the extravagant entrance. But when I did see Poppy play her out to the ring, I got so excited. I wrote here, my brain wrinkled. Tables, ladders, and scares match.
Oh my.
Shotzi says, which of course is a TLC match.
No, it's TLS actually.
Candice pulls out a table from under the ring, a sack of body parts on top of the table. Io attacks with severed arm. They fight on
did
top
Io
of
slap
the
Candice's ass with an arm?
Yeah, she slapped her face
Possible.
and her ass with the fake arm. Yeah.
They fight on top of the announcer table. Candice smacks Io with a fucking laptop. And it looked legit, because even the refs were like, oh shit, are you okay? Are you okay? Like they checked on Io.
Fucking Wade Baird said it too. He was like, it almost hit the laptop, hit me, it's flying everywhere.
He's not JR, Cesar. Go a little easy on the accent there.
Oh,
British JR to me.
You're a
Thick women,
barbecue sauce.
low center of gravity for those big women.
Yeah, Big Dick Vic was like, I hope you got insurance on that laptop, bro. I got some bad news.
Candice sets a ladder up on top of the apron and announce table. We're thinking, oh, they're going to do this right now? No, it pays off later. But Io does a Meteora to Candice, who is against the stairs. They didn't call it a Meteora, but it was a Meteora. This match was badass. I was fucking legit glued to the TV. Io was bringing the pain. We had commercial picture-in-picture. Io pulls out the table that has a body chalk outline on top of it, which has I popped for that bigger than I popped for Natty's dead dad on the table.
Nice.
Second table pulled out, but not set up. Io dropkick from top rope to Candice in the ring. Second table set up, also body chalk line. Sets it up by the first, so they're side by side. At this point, I looked at my phone. I was like, it's 9:57. What the fuck's going on here? And then Io sets up a ladder. Candice leans ladder in the corner. Io creates a pile of chairs. What does that say? Oh, moonsaults on top of them because Candice moved, so Io hurt herself. Candice attacks with chair. Io suplexes Candice onto setup chair. Ouch. With Candice laying up against ladder and corner, Io tries the Meteora, but Candice moves. And when she does, Io hits the ladder, falls down, hurts her knees, and here comes the ladder fucking crashing on top of Io.
Oh, yeah.
Io, okay, this is something, we've watched wrestling for years. Well, me and Cesar have. Bretsky,
I mean, hey,
wrestling.
I have technically.
I know, I'm not insulting you, but I'm saying we've watched wrestling for a long time. I have never seen a dragon screw with a chair before perform.
Never seen that.
Was original. I loved that. I mean, it was sloppy, but still, it looked cool. Candice swinging neckbreaker off of apron to Io through those two tables. And here we go. Big Holler returns. Ghostface returns to help Candice up the ladder. Shotzi says, fuck that. Electric chairs Ghostface onto the pile of chairs. Io back into it with ladder setup. Io eventually shoves Candice off the top of the ladder to the ladder set up on the announce table from the beginning of the match. She crashes through the ladder, left knee first. That looked extremely fucking painful.
Eats that shit.
Fucking Io grabs up, retains the championship. I looked at my phone. It's 10:07. It was a rare overrun for NXT. Holy shit, this was incredible. The great Bretsky 99, please, gentlemen Bretsky, wax poetic on the main event of the night.
Man, this was great. Once I saw Johnny go on first, I'm like, okay, so the women are main eventing. Great. I was excited for it. They fucking delivered and then some. I was just laughing in my mind because I'm thinking to myself, Io Shirai doing all that shit in Japan, like Stardom, all that. They don't have that kind of shit. So I'm just saying, like, imagine you as Io Shirai are like, I'm one of the best, if not the best, women's wrestlers in the world. Come over to America. It's like, all right, yeah, so you're gonna go through that table and take this chair on your back. And you're like, what the fuck is that? I've never done that before. It was great because I was expecting Io to do some like crazy shit off the ladders and stuff like that. Nope, they kept it simple. I mean, simple, not simple. They went away from what you'd expect Io to be doing, all that crazy high flying shit, even though she still did. Action packed. Shotzi, taking care of the Scream Mask man or woman. Very interesting to see who that will be. Great. I'm very happy, by the way, that they did not reveal it tonight or Wednesday night because it builds suspense, especially since they had the higher ratings. Then it builds suspense for next week, presumably. But yeah, so everything about this was great. I love that dragon screw with the
Sure.
Oh, okay. I love that dragon screw with the chair. I've also never seen that in my 9 years of wrestling at this point. Yeah, I mean, that bump through the tables was great, really smooth. The tables broke nicely. And then the ladder broke great. What also probably broke was Candice's knee, which Johnny's probably not happy about. But man, oh man, that bump was nasty. And Candice looked like a champ. She didn't call for. I didn't see any X. I mean, granted, it was the end of the match. Didn't see any X. She just adjusted herself to make it look like she landed like straight on her back and just lay there. So major props to Candice. You knew she's tough because of all the shit she did on the independents and dealt with Joey Ryan. But she took that like a champ. Phenomenal match. Phenomenal way to end the night. Really makes Io look like a star. Very interested to see where they go forward from here with Candice and Johnny. Very interested to see what they do with Io. Great match to close out the night. And it deserved to go over.
Cesar, what say you?
Yeah, this match was so great. All the spots were good. They hit them on all front. Yeah, we don't know who the Scream Mask is. If it is two different people, or if it's ugly Chelsea Green, or what else are you gonna do? Yeah, it could be Mercedes coming back. You never know that too. Maybe Mercedes wants to be the one to take out Io. That would be great. My only thing was, where do they go from here? Where's the future going? Like, is Candice always still wants to be the champ, but she's had like 2 or 3 times in a row. I actually thought she might have been able to do it this time, which I thought, especially when you have people like Ember Moon and Booty Storm, clear faces coming up, it would be more sensible to have a heel champion. But I mean, Io's still great. I'm not taking away anything from her. Her run's been great. So as long as she's still putting out great matches, which I enjoy. But no, this match hit on all spots, like you said. Candice ate that ladder at the end. That's always tough. I'm like, man, I don't know if these chicks are like, heavy enough or like, can get enough momentum to crash through tables and ladders. Like you've seen, like they tried to throw Charlotte through one and she just bounced off at Mania. But no, Candice ate that shit. That was a great spot. Yeah, Io finally getting the thing. Shotzi came in and fucked the Scream Mask up. Everything about this match was great. It deserved a main event. Like I said, if it wasn't for the title, if it wasn't this, that Rhea Ripley and other match probably would have main evented in my book. But this was great. Good match to open the show. Good match to close the show. That's all you can hope for. Every match in between and everything in between was great as well. That's all you can hope for. Yeah, this was perfect free. This whole night gets my free money match of the week.
Yeah, I would have paid. I would have paid.
Oh,
Oh wow, I would have paid to see
Christ.
Halloween
You
Havoc.
guys are
If they said-
fucking desperate. I mean, if I was in the match, I would have ended it so much sooner. It should have main evented with me instead. Fuck yeah. God damn, that pumpkin mask like almost choked me to death. There's like no breathing holes in that fucking thing. Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's what you get put on that fuck shit.
Oh man, it's gonna be very interesting to hear your guys' wrestler of the week because I'll kick it off. Oh fuck. I'm gonna go with my girl, the sexy little bunny. Of course, my girl, the NXT Women's Champion, Io Shirai is my wrestler of the week. That main event, Cesar, you said it was the free match money of the week. You goddamn
That whole show was free money.
You
That
goddamn
whole show
right.
was free money. Yeah.
It was incredible. Io, that was a performance of a lifetime. I loved it. Even with the big holler, Ghostface scream guy trying to interfere. Mercedes Martinez, that's a good guess of who that person is. Because, of course, she's
or
not
Indy
right.
Hartwell.
She's not
I don't know how we
Retribution.
didn't think of that. Indy Hartwell.
Oh, fuck. I
Oh,
forgot.
yeah, that's Candace's bitch, right?
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, ugly. Like I said, ugly Chelsea Green.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Oh.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, yeah, that's my wrestler of the week, man. You can't go wrong
That's
with
great
Io
because
Shirai.
I couldn't think of her real name, so I had to go with ugly Chelsea Green.
That's going to be her name from now on this show.
Oh yeah.
Like straight Sonya.
UCG. UCG.
UCG.
Well, that's my wrestler of the week, gentlemen. Cesar and Bretsky. Your picks are going to be very interesting to me. I'll start with Cesar because I kind of know who Bretsky's going to pick. Go ahead, Brett.
No,
Cesar.
you don't. No, you don't.
You
No,
know
don't.
exactly who Bretsky's gonna pick, and I hate to say it, I gotta agree with him.
Yeah.
That motherfucker entertained me.
Oh.
He entertained. He earned his check.
Oh,
He earned his check.
oh my God.
earned it.
I can't believe it.
He earned the check.
Oh, my God. Bretsky.
This
I
is
can't believe it.
this was almost as good. This was better. This is better than that. Remember that one week? That one week he was
He
great.
went to go
He
change
was
his
like,
shirt. He went to go
Yeah,
change
yeah.
his shirt, Cesar.
yeah, you remember that one week he was great, and he was like, he's like, yo, referee, quit talking, man. I'm backing in the bitches. Quit talking. Don't count. 1, 2, 3, man.
Yeah, he was on the back.
Remember
Yeah.
that week he was good. And this week he was good. Nah, he was sports entertainment on 10. That whole thing with Loomis. I told you these guys were going to be great together because one doesn't shut the hell up and one doesn't talk. And face heel doesn't show up talk like you said. He's hating on all the freaks. He is a freak. I mean, you could honestly say both these guys together, but I mean, Grimes sold it, man. Like trying to bang the sister. You got kids running back to the center. Came in on the zombie when you're fighting the other guy. Like you're just like.
When we were talking about this, I thought for sure Cesar was going to pick the God of Goats and Bretsy was going to pick Loomis. I mean, fine, Cameron Grimes.
Like the God of Goats is always great, but he's like way better in the ring. And his character work is great in the ring, and his character work is great. But yeah, like the fact that Grimes went from terrified and not wanting to fight Loomis in his house, trying to bang his sister in the shower when he's just a door away. Like, oh shit, oh hey baby, I know you had a sister. Fine, Cameron Grimes, baby. Like,
by the way, Loomis bursted through one door. He couldn't burst through this fucking door.
No, he burst through the wall. Remember?
Yeah,
like,
how come he couldn't bust through the bathroom wall?
The bathrooms are super locked.
I guess so, man.
Yeah.
Bathrooms got deadbolt in the Shining, so he had to bust through the wall. Like I was wondering if they were gonna do here's Johnny, but I was like, he doesn't talk, so is he just gonna bust through with the knife and like draw a picture of like Jack? Like here's Loomis.
That would have been epic, dude.
Dude, if he would have bust through with the knife and just put the picture of like Loomis, I'd have turned it off. I swear to God, I was like, guys, I don't know what happened the rest of that, Jake, because I was like, nothing's gonna top that.
It peaked. You gotta turn it off.
Yeah, I was like, he busts through a door, and if he comes through with a knife and throws a picture, I'm losing my shit. I was like, I'm so losing my shit. But no, yeah, come on, man. The man earned his check this week. He gets you like once every 6 weeks. He earns his check, and when he's on, he's on. The other
I don't
5
know
weeks,
about
he's
once every 6 weeks because the Great Bretsky 99 might have something to say about that. I noticed
No,
that
it's
the
once every-
Great
it's once every
Bretsky
6 weeks.
stood
Once every
up
6 weeks.
and went to go. I'm guessing you were looking for your shirt, but you couldn't find it. But the Great Bretsky, who is your wrestler of the week?
Yeah, I forgot I put it in the hamper because I wore it recently. But but yeah, I mean, realistically, it was down to Shotzi and Fine Cameron Grimes, because Shotzi did such a great job hosting. But I'm going with and like, there's just no, that's what I'm saying. Like that's
Mangria
why.
was that face. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why you got to go with none other than the fine one himself, Fine Cameron Grimes. This time with 9 eyes. Fine Cameron Grimes going right to the moon after this haunted house of terrors bullshit match. No pinfall, no submission, just bullshit. But man, it was fun bullshit. I had so much fun. He really stole the show. He and again, like Cesar was saying, like Loomis's character work obviously great, but just Grimes. It was Grimes because Grimes did all the talking and all the like pretty much telling the story. Then Loomis was kind of like there to like help it along as well, but it was really Grimes's night for that. So Grimes, Fine Cameron Grimes. I've been waiting to pick him as my wrestler of the week, and I finally get to. I'm so happy to do that.
Well, you got to give Loomis credit as well because throughout this entire shit,
Oh, of course.
fucker didn't say one word.
One word.
He didn't say
Yep,
one
yep.
word. He played that serial killer Peter Wayne Kent role perfection. It was incredible. I love it. Dexter
He just
Loomis.
said
Dexter
more
Loomis,
words.
you're number 3. It was Io Shirai, Fine Cameron Grimes, and Dexter Loomis. They're all up on the podiums right now as our wrestlers of the week.
I mean, Fine Cameron Grimes is definitely the guy in third, biting the thing, kissing the girl.
Yes.
Well,
He would be
gentlemen,
that guy.
it's time to review the most recent being the Elite. Did you see it, Cesar?
Yeah, I finished watching it before we started recording.
It's fresh on your mind. Give us your highlight. What was your favorite part, buddy?
Oh, you know the best part.
Yep.
Was at the party.
Yep.
And Private Party tries to get in. And they said, we always on the list. And War Dog pulls up the list. And John Silver goes, this is a public party. Fuck you. Get out of here. I popped so hard when he said, this is a public party. Here. Oh my God, I almost fell over. That shit was gold. They can't get in because they have private parties.
They
This is
turned
a
the
public
tables
party.
on them.
They turned the table. And then I noticed the best shit ever that had me crying. I don't know if you guys noticed this. If you look in the back when they're all partying again, Hangman is drunk, passed out in the background of the party. The whole
I didn't
time.
see that.
Yeah, if you look in the back when they start inviting people in, Hangman is just like,
Yep. I was waiting. I was hoping you would notice that because I wrote that down as well. Yeah.
yeah, Hangman's just in the back. He doesn't even have a drink around him. There's nothing like even.
No,
to
he
see
did.
him.
He did. He had a
No,
drink.
he did a cup.
Yeah,
he had
yeah.
a drink. Yeah, but he's just drunk, passed out at the party, and when they're kicking out Private Party. And then I checked the comments. Sammy Guevara actually wrote, "I made the list. Awesome." It's like one of the top comments on BTE. If you look at the comments on YouTube, Sammy's like up there. He said, "I made the list. Awesome."
Well, since Cesar said that, I have a feeling that Bretski's going to steal mine. Bretsky, what was your highlight of BTE?
Oh no, I'm going with. I mean, not just that specific segment, but the entirety of the Dark Order Halloween party. Just because everything was great. You know, the whole continuation of Anna Jay being like, well, Stu, it's like, who got me this outfit? I picked it out, Stu. Do we have a problem? No,
That's great.
I like it. I like it. Yeah, you really are Dick Grayson. Don't call me that. The evil one was like, hey, don't call Stu Dick. and then fucking Silver goes, oh, how about Dick Boy? Ah.
Yeah.
Fucking Buffalo's John Silver. Would you?
Yeah.
Hey, Alex, would you fuck me? I'd fuck me. And Anna Jay just like staring at him in the background.
Well, don't forget Slutty George Washington.
George Washington.
Reynolds.
George Washington. Fucking Reynolds. Fucking
Yeah,
Griff Garrison going in and being like, Jungle Boy. Yeah, sorry for that ass whooping last week. You're in. Yeah, Jungle
you
Boy.
Yeah. I like how Anna Jay was dressed up, and they like called back to her original. They're like, oh, my favorite used to be AEW wrestler. Like they were talking about her before she joined the Dark Order. She's like, no, comic book Zatanna. It's like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I wrote right here, not Jungle Boy enters.
Oh, and then like the whole thing with Matt Hardy where he goes in, it's so stupid but so funny. That's a great Matt Hardy. No, I am.
Oh, yeah.
Then Matt Hardy freezes time. The word pop, and he explains the word pop, and just goes and fucks off.
He leaves and unfreezes. He teleported. It was really him. Holy shit.
Oh my god. I mean, I don't. I'll wait for Mangria to go, but there was another thing that was a close second for me. But go ahead, Mangria.
He's listing all of them.
Yeah, of course.
All right. Well, since you took mine, I'll just go for. I mean, the iPhone F was funny at the beginning, but I'll go with the Young Bucks fight over which tunnel to come out of, and Frankie Kazarian yells, "I will kick your Christian asses!" And the Young Bucks goes, "You want to take the stairs?"
Yeah.
That's pretty fucking funny. But yeah, Brettsy, go ahead about the iPhone F.
That's what I was gonna say. The iPhone F, fucking, the fucking Christopher Daniels.
Christopher Daniels
fucking handshake. Oh my god. Fucking Nick Jackson looking stupid as fuck with the TNT title. Oh man.
I got a singles match. The hell you do? You ain't got no damn singles match tonight.
Oh,
what was
god.
the
iPhone.
Matt takes pictures of him. Doc Daniels takes pictures of him too. Matt looks pictures of him. Brandon Cutler is murdered by the best friends.
Best friends? Yeah.
Orange Cassidy was there too.
Dude, just hanging up. Cassidy with thumbs up.
That was funny. I mean, you guys are doing, people who are listening, the 20, you guys are doing yourself a disservice if you do not watch BTE. Julius Caesar, the man, brought this to our attention, and every episode is funny. It might not be as good as the last, but there's always some gems in there. It's only it's 20 minutes. It's like 20 minutes
with the pumpkin.
We're all forgetting. Eddie Kingston cut a promo on a fucking pumpkin basket.
On a pumpkin basket.
Great. It was phenomenal.
I never got it to trick or treat. We don't believe in Santa. You know, Eddie.
Yeah, Santa don't come to my house.
There's a lot of kids that watch this. Santa's real, kids. Fucking, I was rooting for Fuego. I want justice for Fuego.
Oh, Fuego.
That was some horrible Gator golf. It was some horrible Gator golf this
bad
year.
Gator golf. John Silver, though, one step closer to the BTE championship.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Speaking,
we have some human obstacles in our game way. Like,
and then at the end of that one with Hardy and fucking Trent, man, I just want to be over.
Yeah, I'm rooting for you. I just want to. He wasn't even in character anymore. He just stopped.
Speaking of John Silver, Bretsky, he went on a little show of a shot of brandy.
I started watching it right when you said the Zoom thing. The first 5 minutes, he already popped me.
John Silver is a former bartender, Cesar. He's one of our people. And Brandy had a security guy there just in case he got out of hand. I thought that was funny. But John Silver's hungry. He's hungry. John Silver.
Johnny Hungry.
Buy the shirt. I'm hungry. Buy the shirt.
So fucking good. John Silver.
Too.
Yeah.
He was downing that tequila like one of the mega pounders, Cesar. He did like two full glasses he drank. And at the end when they
did you guys both finish? Did you guys both finish it?
No, I'm only like 5-10 minutes in, so I want to watch.
We're spoiling it now, Cesar. It's too late. At the end, they finished making the chicken, and they're Brandy and John Silver were buddy, and they're getting along. And then here comes fucking Anna Jay in, and she goes, "What are you doing here? What are you doing here?" And they start fighting. And John Silver,
the chicken, Anna, the chicken.
Yeah, John Silver goes, what did he say, Bresky? What about the chicken?
Well, first, like they're like knocking shit over. Silver just has this plate of chicken, like fried chicken. Goes, the chicken, Anna, the chicken. And then he takes his phone out. He starts filming, World Star, World Star,
World Star, recording it, and then it goes off. Man, I'm glad you told us about that, Bretsky. That was fucking hilarious. Everything John Silver touches turns to gold. Call that man Mr. Midas, baby. That was incredible. Yeah. Awesome.
I was waiting for Brandy to make. I was waiting for them to make a drink called the Diet Mountain Dew.
Oh, that'd have been good.
He's all jacked up on it.
Diet Mountain Dew.
Well, peoples, we have reached the end of the after party hangover tripod sessions.
Oh, only 2.5 hours this week.
Yeah, we finished in record timing, by the way.
Record timing.
Let's get the plugs, and we will start with the host of the faux pod, the great Bretsky, 99.
99, that's me. Zanka lost his voice. Yes, I am the host of the faux pod. Haha, get it. Basically, every Wednesday, usually early afternoon at the latest, except for Cesar, because he's a special boy. I post an episode every Wednesday, me just bullshitting for about an hour, one of my friends. This past Wednesday was Julius_Caesar on the faux pod. Great episode, despite the audio issues. I'm sorry.
Listen to it anyway.
I did my best. It's still listenable, and you still get
Try to
Caesar's
guess the
wisdom.
questions by my answers. You get a prize. No, you won't.
You had an angry drunk DM from Caesar.
Yeah, there we go.
Yes, so you can find the faux pod. That's THEFAUXPOD on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Anchor, Breaker, Stitcher, all that shit. You can also follow us on Instagram at thefauxpod.cast on Instagram just to see any updates about audio, new guests, all that shit. If I have to delay any of that, definitely go give that a follow. If you want to follow me personally, at the Great Bretsky 99 on the old Instagram
99.
99. Oh look, it's an AEW mark.
Excuse me, sir. I'm still pushing my glasses up. Excuse me.
Yes, and I mentioned it last week, but this week I mentioned it again. If you are a high schooler, or if you are a parent of a high schooler, and you're looking for colleges, it's a tough time for everybody. It's always tough to look for colleges, especially during COVID. Go to collegetripsandtips.com or follow them on Instagram. Look them up on Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, all that shit. Definitely go check out their stuff because I'm an intern there, so I might be a little biased, but they have a lot of great materials that I wish I knew about when I was doing a college search, such as, interactive maps, trip planners, what to eat around town, what to do around town, all that fun stuff, like financial planning, all that stuff. So definitely go give them a shout out, give them a look if you are in the college search, or if you know anyone in the college search.
Cesar, plugs.
Well, you know me, I just follow the name Julius_Caesar. If you like dumbass memes and White People Wednesday, I did plug this on the faux pod.
He did.
And this White People Wednesday is the most viewed, liked, commented, and watched and shared White People Wednesday that the old page has had. We're up to 3,228 views.
Holy shit, dude.
Yeah. Like 200 likes, like 3,000 views. It's actually been, I'm going to get insights now. Like they want me to be an influencer or some dumb shit. It's been shared 159 times or put on people's story and saved 50 times. It is literally some fuck shit that I found. A friend sent it to me on Facebook. I had to find it to post it on Instagram. I won't tell you what it is. You got to go to the page to see it. It's Julius_Caesar. Caesar is spelled Ceizar. Julius the regular way. And yeah, that's pretty much about it, man. We just up to fuck shit, drinking, scree shit, and dumb memes. So come to the page and enjoy.
Cesar, this will be posted on Halloween. Gentlemen, Cesar, do you have any Halloween pregame tips?
Yeah, take your dumb ass home. Don't get caught by the police in a mask doing fuck shit.
Drink responsibly, people.
Yeah. But if you are out drinking, Halloween is when daylight savings time is. Oh, so go to a bar Some bars don't do this. They like, no, get the fuck out. Go to a bar where you know at 2 o'clock they're gonna wind the time back to 1 o'clock, and you can keep drinking for another hour. There's your tip.
Expert
Wow.
tips from an
Ask the
expert
bartenders. Ask the
Julius.
bartenders when you get there. They'll tell you. Be like, yo, man, y'all gonna stay open? Y'all closing? Ask the bartenders. They'll tell you whether it's staying open or not. The hustlers will stay open because they want your dumbass money because you're drunk.
Listen to the full pod where this brilliant man, Julius_Caesar, is the latest guest on episode 26 of the full pod because he's twice as funny as me. Ladies and gentlemen, APPW, I gotta admit right now, has not been filmed at all. I'm going to have to pull maybe an all-nighter to get
The
that.
disrespect.
Respect.
Well, now see, why would you kill the million calorie man before it was filmed?
That's why it wasn't filmed. He's dead now.
He's dead.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Yeah.
all you need is 10 cunts in the camera. You don't really need the million calorie Mitch. You don't need
Don't
it.
forget about me, you fucking asshole. I knew it. All right, people. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. Peter Wayne Kent giving you a shout out as our #1 pretzel. I know you're still around, buddy. Happy Halloween, everybody. That's why I was wearing all this fucking.
Great question. If we did rank Halloween Havoc, what gets the beer cheese?
Ooh, I gotta go EO. I'm going EO, and EO and Candace gets my beer cheese.
It's tough. I don't know whether to give it to Johnny or EO. They're both great matches.
I would have to give it to. I have to give it to EO by a slim margin off the top of my head, but if I thought about it more, it could
But
very
still
well
go,
change.
even though it was a gimmick, and Johnny and them was a gimmick.
They were false count anyway. Yeah.
I don't know. I would probably go EO because it's fresher and it was main event.
Oh,
I feel like EO and Candace.
big ups to Shotzi, by the way. She didn't have no matches, but she still played the hell out of that fucking character.
And
spinning the wheel.
Had 5 different costume changes?
Yeah.
Yep. That bitch was like every picture in picture. I gotta go.
It was just like me with the masks.
Yeah. She's like, spin the wheel. Am I off camera? Oh shit.
She shoulder rolled into the dressing room.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
She's probably taking shit off with the crowd there. They're probably getting a view every time. I'd be like,
Oh my god. Shotzi in a G-string.
good shit. Such good shit.
Hey, she'll wipe her underwear on your face. You better watch out.
Yeah, I gotta
heard.
get that brown sausage.
Yeah, I heard.
Oh, man.
I heard.
Caesar, you got homework, brother. You got to go listen to that Steel Row after party. Because of you guys, you and Bretsky, you made it great. Skip to the end. You know what to do.
Jesus Christ. Go check on Anna J's Instagram right now. Jesus.
Uh-oh.
Christ.
Uh-oh. We're getting some butt meat?
No, you're getting some spooky hotness. I'd stick my dick in
All right,
your-
we're getting off track here, guys.
Me? Oh yeah, I like this. Yeah, that's nice.
All right, guys.
Stop recording whatever you want. We plugged everything.
That's a great cost. By the way, hey, last week's outro, phenomenal. Where it's just Mangria going, I gotta talk to these guys. Bye.
Me and Caesar were so drunk, I still don't know what we talked about.
I don't remember the last 40 minutes of last week.
That was
I
great.
seriously don't.
Fucking next morning, I wake up, I see text from Caesar. Man, did I really say this shit? I'm like, yes, you did, pal.
Hey, it just flies out of my mouth half the time.
Well, after party, hangover, tripod sessions, audience, happy Halloween, and until next week, all hail Linda's Bush.